Redemption begins, find yourself within. Take up your blade, let the fears within fade. Stories are told as the die roll. Don't be afraid, make your destiny will find you in me. Friends at your side, make the group with pride. Try as you might, you now live to fight. Monster nor foe can fill you with woe. Enemies in sight, it's time to roll dice. Roll for initiative. Check, please.
Hello, checkers and pleasers. We are back after a short little break. We missed you and we're ready to play.
Oh yeah.
Hello, hello. Welcome to Check Please, the D&D live show. I'm your DM Beardy, and down here are my lovely players.
Hello, my name is Keni and I play Risen the Fateweaver.
Hello everyone, I'm Foaly and I play Kurla, the Half-Orc Life Oracle.
And I'm Xeno. I play Vera, the Swarmonger.
I'm Skrewy, and I play Petravian, the Hivekeeper Paladin of Eden and Mellifera.
And I'm Grem, and I play a little ginger in a top hat.
And with that, let's roll. So last time, the party has made their way to the Pinterest Estates in order to find a partially constructed, large-scale energy siphoning device. And they needed this to counteract this terrible crisis happening to the east. But while you were here, you've managed to make contact with the local nobility who control the city, and those nobles are offering a significant amount of gold to the party to assist them with fixing the swarm devastating the city. Now, currently the party is in the Pinterest Estates, and we open here on the midday of the 27th of September, after Petravian has just revealed that he had been accidentally withholding a critical piece of information from the rest of the party. So he's being escorted out of a large ballroom by Riz and Lovette. So the three of you step into the hallway.
Petravian, what the actual fuck? Why? Why?
That's what
I look around. Do I see any? Is there any? Would there be anybody that would hear?
Yeah. So if you look around, you think you might be out of earshot from most people. There's some servants like here and there, but they're not
the building.
really watching
The
you
intent
guys.
was to leave the building.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can just head out the
Archie
building.
range.
What the actual fuck, Petravian?
Petravian, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think Vera asked you not to speak with anyone?
Because I don't know. They don't want to give that they are still alive. I don't know.
Did you
So,
notice
if
how we had to
you-
talk to people to get the
Yes.
information?
So if you're not talking to anybody causes us to do exactly the thing you're trying to prevent, it's not really being prevented.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But, on average, when you guys talk, how often do you fuck up?
Well,
Average.
that's not the way
Averages.
it's-
On average, how many times do you fuck up when you don't talk?
A lot less than when I do.
Yes, but what just happened?
I mean,
talk to us, Petravian.
We are your literal
We're not-
teammates!
We're not talking. Keeping
Right,
your
right. I know.
may be a good
When
idea.
I came in, I was just awestruck by all the depressing shit around here, and just completely forgot about this friggin' map.
We're not at this. We will now be here.
Look, not to defend Petravian, because honestly, big guy, even for you, this is a pretty solid screw up. But if we had just gone straight for the where the map said, you know, we wouldn't have found out quite a lot of what we did find out. Plus, there's now the possibility of helping out that noble. Plus, there's the possibility of getting a little bit of extra funds that might be helpful for when we're heading to Kintao. So
We can
it
get
hasn't
money
worked
any
out.
other place.
Yeah,
It
I
hasn't
have money.
necessarily worked out that badly.
I don't know.
That's
I'm
hold
fine
on.
with
We're
taking
not
the
gonna.
city.
Hold on. We are not gonna walk by this. That was actually pretty. That's some growth there, Vera. There is.
Don't
That was-
call
that
me
was
Vera.
beautiful.
I already know how you feel about her. That just makes it weird.
Yes, it does. But
Yeah.
that was some real growth right there.
Ugh, you're making it weird.
No, I'm not. I'm proud of you.
Place Historia?
Look, all I'm saying is, morally, I don't know if that bug bomb makes sense to me. And if that's the
Yeah.
only way to get rid of this swarm, that could possibly kill more people than that wall already has. And I would rather leave money on the table than risk
Oh.
people's lives that way.
Maybe else it does not kill more people, but it makes it so everyone for generations to come will live here without so misery. I don't
I'm
want
not-
to do
Don't
that.
think there might be other ways.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I have
following
an
what you mean
idea.
by living in misery. I'm not quite following what you mean.
Look at how busy people are by this wall. It's these contraptions this
They're
alchemist is
sick.
building. It's satisfactory for him because he's not in the front lines. Everyone else who's close to this, a bomb sounds like it could affect the whole city.
I thought the point was to affect the swarm, not anyone else.
But we don't know the extent of this. But all we've
Wait.
seen so far of the same material that bomb is made out of is killing people.
Yeah, clearly they lack the finesse to make that distinction.
What was your plan?
Petravian. Ugh, this is gonna sound weird. Okay, part of me believes that your fortune is also my fortune. Hear me out. I'm not trying to
Okay.
take it from you, I promise. This isn't. I just. Your fortune was that bridges need maintenance, yes?
Yes.
Well, I want to help you be a bridge, but I don't know. I have this feeling that maybe with you understanding both Malifra and Eden, you could speak to the swarm and maybe, just maybe, even with either communicating with either god, maybe you could get them to just settle.
Well,
I believe in you.
How much influence does Eden have here, so...
Well, he still has Malifera.
Not that I don't have faith in Petravian, but didn't we just get finished lambasting him for his communication skills? Or lack thereof? And now you're trying to put the future of the city on it?
Well, more accurately, we lambasted him for not choosing to speak when it was appropriate, so perhaps this is the time to redeem himself.
If it's a dumb idea, I'll drop it.
No.
I just
I think maybe this is what might be part of my job. I think this might be what I'm intended for.
I mean, I feel like it's Vera's job.
Well,
I'm,
we could try
I-
to call her while we're in, but I don't want to call her while we're near people, you know?
I mean,
told
I
us
don't
not
know
to.
what to do because I feel like her being here would make all of this much easier. But I'm not
She
probably
told
going to
us
be the
not
one
to
to
call
convince her.
Unless there was an emergency.
This is not an emergency.
No, I'm saying like if there was while we're there.
I tell you what,
Is this not
you
an
can call her
emergency?
if I'm dying again.
Riz holds out their hand to you.
Shakes.
A star symbol appears.
I
I
do a
didn't
religion
shake
check
on
on that?
anything. I could fucking...
I'd like
Message
to,
from
I don't
my
know what
leg.
that is. I'd like to do a religion check if you don't mind.
A star?
Yeah.
A 5-pointed star?
It was a 5-pointed star. Red.
Let's see.
Well,
the circle.
darling, you tell me what you think it is.
I as a player might know. That is a That's an 8, so I'm gonna guess no.
I mean, so you're wanting to
that's
know
so
if you
cute.
recognize the holy symbol of one of the major deities? Because you don't even need to make a roll for that. Like,
Okay.
that's pretty common knowledge.
You really
Okay.
wanted to roll.
I mean, yeah. I would think that symbol and its associations would be about as common as they are in our lives.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
fair enough.
Pretty common.
Okay. Huh. Cheeky.
It was a deal.
I mean, I didn't fucking shake on anything. I'm not
I'm just saying,
I-
Petravian's the one that said it, and he shook on it. So
sure, but it's not.
I mean, if I'm dead, then that's a real emergency.
exactly.
No, the emergency is before that.
Yeah, true. If you're
Yeah,
dying,
but I think-
you said if you're dying.
I would
Yeah.
argue we are in an emergency situation because at the crossroads we're at, it looks like we might, there are options on the table that could result in a lot of people dying. I would call that an emergency. But I also don't. I think if I call her right now, she's going to just tell me to fuck off. So I'm not going to bother.
But all
I can
I'm
honestly
saying-
say that being up and with those nobles, I understand Vera a little more. That
You know, I used to serve under a noble, but he was really young. Like, I was the one teaching him how to do stuff, so... I don't know.
The mentorship thing is definitely different.
He was a good boy. He thought he was in love with me. It was so sweet.
Oh.
The poor thing.
these people.
I don't. That's. I mean, you don't think you. It sounds like he probably was. I think.
It
It's just
puts
how it happens
it puts
sometimes.
it puts Vera's how Vera was down. What was it? Downstairs, I think that person called it.
This?
These, yeah.
In dis. It puts it in far more perspective.
I
Alright.
mean, yeah.
We've only seen one side of it, though. They're still just people here. And we don't exactly fully know the relationship yet with Vera in here. Just that she did something. And adventurers, I'm guessing, maybe saved them.
Something like that. I mean, look. We have a pretty good idea of what.
I mean, like, besides taking down half the town, I don't know Vera's relation with this place.
I mean, that's a plenty to work off of.
I don't know, maybe she just didn't like this place while passing through. I don't know what the boss thinks of half of the time. She just looks at me and gets angry most of the
Okay,
time.
are we
And, like,
doing
I
that
respect
here?
her because she has, like, a lot of adherence towards God code, but, like, Jesus, she hates me, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, first of all, I don't think she hates you. I don't think that she has that strong in her opinion.
Well, she's a bitch, okay?
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
not
yeah.
here, so I'm gonna say it.
Well, yeah, okay. I mean, yeah,
No, she may be angry, and she may be physical, but no, she is not a bitch.
Why did
she's a
you...
total bitch. What are you talking about? I would say it in front of her face. I don't think she would stop me. No, she probably would. She'd probably attack me physically. But
Yeah, that's what a bitch would do.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't think she would deny it. She was just.
She is passionate. She's passionate.
God,
Yeah,
you're
you could be
blinded by
also-
your rose-colored glasses.
Setting aside the question of Vera, so what approach do we want to take here then? Petravian and the bug bomb as a backup, or do we want to do the bug bomb? How would you feel more comfortable with it if you got to look at it first, Lovette? How would you understand it better if you could look at it first?
I'm no alchemist. I don't know. Maybe if the delivery system is the issues, and I would definitely have an idea of that.
I have
but-
an
but
idea.
I-
So,
depending on-
I'm thinking morning, because that's what we said we would do. We will go in, we will get these bug bomb, look at it, try by the gods to have Petravian work his magic with these insects. Because there's something in my gushy bits that I just can't allow this bomb. I don't know, it's just a premonition or something. Something's
Yeah,
wrong
I
about
mean, it
it.
gives me a bad feeling too. It's kind of genocide.
But at the same time, we don't know. I want to stop these insects. I do. I really do. But I don't know if this bomb is the
Kinda
right
do.
way. Wait, what?
I kind of do.
Kind of?
I mostly do. Well, I mean, nobody lives over there now. The people that died from it are already dead.
Yes,
the wall
but there
seems
are
a big
people
problem.
dying right now because of the stuff they're making to keep
Yeah,
the swarm
I want
out.
that to go away, but that's kind of yeah. I mean,
If the swarm were gone, the wall wouldn't be needed anymore, and people would not be getting sick. I mean, it's
yeah, I don't disagree with that. I just kind of like, I feel like this is a problem of inefficiency, more than yeah.
Like,
well,
not the right items being used
Yeah, I
to
feel like
fix
they
the
could-
problem.
Yeah, I feel like there is a way that this could be solved that doesn't just slow the remaining people under the bus.
Yes. I feel the same way.
The buses are a sort of carriage we have it system.
Oh, there are worlds that have stuff like that. Don't worry.
Okay.
If there's a more elegant solution to it, then I'm all for that. But I think that we've got to figure something out. We can't just leave it as the status quo.
Riz takes Petravian's hand and raises it. Look at
Right.
him! Look at this
But I don't-
face! Look at this cute face!
So no pressure, Petravian, but you got to make this work, or we're
He can do this!
Well, I mean, I don't want to slow Petravian under the carriage either.
At this point,
Petravian?
I'd like everyone present to please make a perception check.
Yee!
Oh boy.
I've summoned the bus beast. I'm sorry.
Nat
Oh,
20! 45!
27 Petravian.
Okay, so before this person has a chance to get within earshot, you notice there is a noble that has exited the building and is walking up to your group.
I just touch Petravian's mouth and just give him a look, hoping to the gods that he'll understand. And then I turn towards the person.
What is it?
Okay. Why are you covering my mouth? So, as you turn and look, you see Taeli approaching.
Hello,
Oh, she does.
miss, ma'am, niece?
Mrs. Fine.
We all
Hello,
still the job. We're just on the planning phase.
Of course, I forgot that I didn't mention a piece of information that might be useful to you all.
Oh.
There's, well, the swarm's pretty terrible in there, but from what I understand, they don't really go into the sewers all that much, and some of the people that we've sent before have been able to use those to get around the town. So maybe if you were to go in there, that might make your jobs a little easier.
It's just more intensely grimacing and like trying to force a smile.
Oh, that's a good idea. Thank you.
I appreciate the help. Just a question. You used to live there, yes?
Well, my home was on the east side of town. The Vianney estate was
Are
over
you
there.
aware of where the heart of this swarm is in comparison to where you lived?
I believe it is the Vianney estate. That's where the swarm seems thickest. At least that's what I've heard. I mean, I look over there and it all just looks pretty terrible, but people with spy glasses and things have said that that's where it looks like it's based.
Lovette has one of those.
Yeah, I guess it's actually not a bad idea.
Alright, that's very helpful, and especially because we will be looking for these box with letters, yes?
If you could find that, I'd be ever so grateful.
Of course,
But-
what was it like before that all happened?
This place was marvelous.
For everyone?
It was so clean and pretty, and it was so productive. There were people everywhere, and the houses worked together so well. I've lost a lot of friends in these last few years. She seems to drift a little bit in sad reverie of the cataclysm that has bestruck the city. But there's enough time for that later. I wanted to let you know about the sewers. You can talk to one of the administrators in the town. I'm sure they can provide you a map. If you wanted to do that at all. I mean, for all I know, you'll just magic your way in there and out. I don't know. But just...
Well,
I wanted to let you know that I hope you succeed.
thank you.
So,
Before you go, if you're done, I just had a couple of questions for you, if I may.
sure.
The people who are getting sick near the wall, before they're, stacked like cords of wood, are there places where they can go to get help? Are there, clinics set up? Is anyone doing any sort of healing for them? Or are they segregated? How are they treated?
I'm not really quite sure. I know that they pay quite a bit of money to them now. I know that. The wages have been increased.
Right, but a little hard for someone dead or dying to spend their gold, no matter how much they've got.
She doesn't seem to understand what you mean.
So you don't know of any sort of healing camps, anything like that set up for them?
She shakes her head no.
Any idea who I could talk to about that? Town administrator?
Maybe one of
Same.
the administrators.
Alright, fair
They're on
enough.
the first level of the manor. And she'll sort of nod back toward the large noble estate behind her.
I think we're supposed to check in there tomorrow morning anyway, so thank you for that.
Of course.
We'll do what we can to get your letters.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening, and I wish you all the best of luck.
Yes, of course.
DM, I'd like to.
Your name
roll.
is admonished. Gone. Stricken from the labels.
Sorry.
What? Wow. All right. What's up?
I'd like to roll a more like a perception check on this on like looking at this person's face, and I want to see if I recognize
Wisdom.
Wisdom. You got it.
Yes, player. Roll.
Yes, player. Please roll.
Player. Yes, player. Roll wisdom.
Roll
So
wisdom.
That's just how we're
You
going
got
to
it.
refer to each other from now on, apparently.
Since Beardy's not allowed to have his name.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to have a name, and apparently, then therefore neither are you. Well, player.
That is 15.
Well, player, that was successful. This person does look strangely familiar to you. Whether it's the shape of the face or the color of the eyes, this person does look like someone you know.
Don't do it. Marissa's mouthing to you.
Petravian just nods and smiles.
Okay, is that all you're gonna do?
That's. Yep. That
All
is
right.
all I'm going to do for now.
Okay, well in that case, Taeli will bid you all a good day and return to the Fitcorin estate, leaving you all on the street there outside the manor.
Remember you promised her.
Are you okay?
A moment later, she's out of earshot, and you're all, alone enough that you can talk.
Good.
Yo,
What the fuck did you not tell us?
What do you mean?
You didn't see the resemblance at all.
She has silver eyes. What do you want from me?
Oh, come on. It's there.
Oh, that's why I said don't say anything. I don't want her to
Yeah.
know that Vera's been,
Yeah, I know. I promised. It's just-
But you didn't look like a half.
She has silver eyes. Vera has
Is that
silver
a half
eyes.
thing? That's not a half elf thing, though, right?
No,
You're just
that's
saying for eyes.
no, that's not like a common trait. No,
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
that
noticed
that person's
that,
that person is a full-blooded elf, just to be clear.
Okay. Yes.
It is just a guess that
No, it's
maybe
Mm.
that person might happen to be Vera's mom.
Mm.
Or like
guess.
aunt. But I'm
Well, that's
going
what
for
I'm
mom.
Relative,
Yeah.
relative at least.
Yeah.
And the swarm came from there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh,
Vera's mom's bloody.
Lovette! Are you attracted to every elf?
No, just moms.
just moms.
Kyle.
Oh, we have fun here, folks.
Oh.
I'm not. I'm just. No, I mean, like, there's plenty of elf dudes.
Great.
Elf women.
So, not only are we going,
I mean, the
To-
track like was pretty good.
we're not just going to the heart of the to the swarm. We're going into potentially Vera's home or former home, or where they grew up.
Do you want to not go
Great.
with?
Possibly.
You don't. But I mean, that path sounds like it's going to require some light feet. So, you know.
Oh fuck.
We're doing
You
sewers,
could-
aren't we?
We're gonna do the sewers.
I feel like I want to ask Callus for pointers, but there's no things you could tell me I don't already know.
Karis knows about sewers?
She lives
Yeah.
in Isabel.
So she knows all sewers.
Yeah.
Well,
That's how that
I mean,
works, right?
no, but like, that's exactly the point.
like the
That's
crystal
exactly what I
dragon.
said. Was I don't think there's anything she could tell me I don't already know. I don't think she'll know the system.
It's
Just
underground and shit moves through it. that's the by definition. That's really all there is to it.
Oh, great. Great.
We'll plan this out. Let's go find a place to put the Vardo in carriage and... How about we go inside for the evening so that we don't have prying ears? Deal?
I suppose so, yes.
We can plan out more properly then. Come on, let's go.
Works for me, yeah.
I don't normally like to say this, but I think we should probably rest somewhere on the lower end of town.
Yeah, I was planning to go in this corner area. Is there anywhere close by that's far away from the wall that we can park the carriage and Bardo for the night?
Yeah, absolutely. There is sort of an empty field on the west side of town. So you can just go west from the Fitcorin estate and, just park out there in that grass. Away
No
from
rules
folks.
stop
like
us.
We'll work that way then. We'll go park out that way.
Yeah, anything on the west side of town is relatively uncorrupted.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little
Uh,
park there north of the Fitcorin estate. So
When
if you
we
wanted to
get
be,
there,
around some trees and stuff.
does Hummel start to stir a little more?
Yes. He'll start moving a bit more every passing, few minutes. Until eventually Hummel will slowly crawl out of Petravian's armor, onto the neck plate. Still very, weak looking at the moment, but...
I'm going to get some honey out and see if they can. How you doing, buddy? You kind of dropped out there for a little while.
I'm not,
You know,
I'm not really feeling that well, but...
I can imagine.
Oh, what I don't even know what that was. I was just out.
Yeah. That's like a wall of anti-insect, basically. So
Oh, can we not go by that?
we're gonna try. We're gonna try to go under it if that works.
Sorry.
you know, it's why if Vera wasn't going to come with us, you would think that she would at least leave Hummel the bigger body.
Not if anyone would recognize her.
Yeah.
Fair point.
There's kind of the whole same looking person kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know she can fix that though on her own.
I don't know if Hummel can.
No, why didn't she come with us? Well, excuses fail out of like go now.
I mean, I have spells, but it doesn't last that long. Oh God.
I mean, I could make something if you have a spell for it, but I would have had to known a couple of days ago for it to really be ready in time.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel very well.
Come on, let's all get into the Vardo for now and get the air clearer. Magic air is the best kind of air, after all.
If you did Vardo Vargon, would it would since we're in an extra planar thing, wouldn't that work? Like,
What
like
did you
kind
think
of.
I just said, Petravian?
Okay, well, yes, but I didn't know if it was physically there, or if you had to do the rope trick, or all that kind of stuff.
You know
Or
that's the same spell.
I did not.
Anyways, the
Yeah,
Vardo's ready. Get your asses inside, you idiots.
Alright, so Riz cast the spell, and you are all now at the Vardo.
Oh, it's good to be home. I'm going to
You know
make
what
some
it is.
tea. Anyone want some?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
please.
Alright.
Yes.
Different show.
It is a dead show.
What a good show.
What?
What's a
Who's
dead
doing a
show?
Don't worry about it. We'll be dead eventually.
I mean, we all will, but
Exactly. Cheers.
What are we talking about? This got morbid so quick.
I've been thinking about that a lot.
I mean, when
Death?
when you accept the fact that you're gonna die, it makes shit way easier.
It's true. Anyways, here's
Ex-
some tea.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Hey, here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
What's that?
Riz
Dip
just
my
uses
finger
mage
in.
hand to pass out the cups to everyone.
Dip my
Use my little
my
Dr.
pinky
Seuss
finger in,
magic.
feed Hummel a little bit.
What was weekly? Go onto the finger and just eat.
There you go.
So, plan, unfortunately, use the sewers. Get the map in the morning, learn how to excavate through the sewers to get to the heart. Maybe dispel this thing, or... Petravian, genuinely, I do believe in you. I hope you know this. This isn't me being like, ha ha ha, smarmy, which... Granted, I do a lot, so, you know, but...
No, I know. I believe I can do it too.
Well, I don't disbelieve in your ability, but I don't know that there's much precedence for this, and I don't want to do something that will hurt you without any real. Like, I don't want to just be like, oh, I have a good feeling, therefore it will work. I've gone down that path.
I mean, that's how most things work for me.
That's great for you, but that's how most of my life got fucked up.
Oh.
So, Vera mentioned that we weren't to contact her unless it was an emergency, and obviously if Petravian tries and ends up getting grievously wounded or worse, that counts, but under what other conditions might we decide we need to contact Vera? Should we maybe come to a consensus on that beforehand so we're not arguing with a swarm around us?
I don't know that we could come up with concrete conditions, because I feel like we don't have enough info about what we're going to see in there. I think there's a good chance there's something that we will see that we are not prepared for, that Vera should probably be present for.
I have one other concern.
Right.
If we get in there, I tried to talk to the swarm. The swarm does not accept me, accept my instruction, and starts to, well, swarm worse. Looks like they're going to overwhelm everything. Overwhelm
You think you could exacerbate it? I don't think that. Like I said, I do not disbelieve in your ability. I think there is a good chance that it is not like mellifluous embodiment or something. It's just a bunch of bugs. and they're just going to react
Insects.
like a bunch of angry.
Thank you.
I don't know. I mean, it was kind of whatever. Val's not here. What do you need to do that, Val?
Hey,
Oh,
representative.
well, I mean,
He's being a bridge. He's doing it.
fair enough. Fine. Whatever. Point is, they might have nothing to. They might not really register you as anything other than not them. But these all these and now. I mean, I don't think you're going to make them angry or to the point that they overwhelm the city. And while I think that the defenses they have set up are crude, I trust that if they did not set them up, it would be overwhelmed anyway. So,
Petravian? I know it was probably your background from being a Protean, but perhaps command and request are two different things, and maybe words are sweeter as honey. I don't think I got it right.
So basically, ask nicely.
no, I mean, you need to look. If this swarm is a thing you can talk to, you need to talk to it the way you should be talking to Vera,
That's true.
with
So-
respect.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay. Not command, but with respect and authority, I guess? Maybe?
No, what's no authority? Friendship.
Friendship. Okay, yeah.
No.
You're not
That'll
Vera's
work.
boss. Why would you talk to her that way? That would be like suicide.
I mean, I don't know. Whenever I talk to Vera or people, I just
Yeah, but you
kinda
don't
sort
like
of-
command her to do things.
No,
you know?
I think
That would be.
what
That would be.
could I
terrible
say that
idea.
would make her,
Let's just
respond.
hope there are not any
Maybe.
actual bees in there because my dancing sucks.
Yeah, that might be a thing to work on this way. I don't think that. I don't know. Are you?
Peachy's
Is this
dancing
like
is
a
just
nervous
fine.
thing?
It's fine.
That's because you want
I
to
like it.
stick.
Well, yeah. I mean, your motivations are a little different than Vera's. So I don't know what the swarm's motivations are. I'm not convinced they are motivated beyond hunger.
Maybe they don't.
Maybe die.
Maybe. What if. Okay, so we know Vera maybe likely conjured all the swarm. Maybe they're aimless. Maybe
What have
they.
I been saying?
Hummel, were you around Vera when this happened?
I don't really remember being around here. We never went to this area. Vera always said not to go here. But
Damn.
she was gone for like 3 months about. And once she got back, that's when we got attacked.
Wait, how long have you known her for?
Vera?
Yeah,
Hmm.
shocked I've never asked this before. I feel really rude.
I guess I started flying with her around 10 years, maybe.
So, definitely before this.
Well, 15 now. I guess it'd be.
Okay, that recontextualizes a lot for me.
But she was away from you for 3 months?
She told Bahrain that she needed to do something, that she'd be back.
I wonder
you
what
knew
that
Bahrain
thing
is away?
was.
Why did
Would you say
come
she
back?
was different, when she came back after the 3 months than she was when she left?
Well, I didn't really see any much difference. She just kind of came back. And it just seemed normal. It was nice seeing her again. But that didn't last long, obviously.
So, like, the death eyes were always a thing.
Wait, what was that?
So,
The death eyes.
The resting bitch
No,
face.
that's always been a thing. Well,
Well,
I guess
okay,
maybe it
but-
was a little bit less when she got back.
Oof.
Vera's got some stress relief methods, let me tell ya.
I mean, she seemed to be happy that she was back with the hive.
I can imagine.
So, Petravian, if it's not that it's aimless, if it is, still acting on orders and you can't communicate with it, what exactly do you think you're going to say? We might want to go over some of the points you want to make now versus having to think on the spot, which isn't always your strong suit, big guy.
I mean, I do think it's probably going to need to be more from the heart and just a bulleted list we prepare.
That wasn't actually what I was saying.
No, I'm not. I'm just making that distinction now.
Well, the first thing I'm going to ask them is what are they here for? What do they want? What was your command to be here?
I think the first question, the question number 2 is a really good one. What they want. I feel like that's probably the big question.
Should we send Vera a message just asking if she knows how to get rid of it? And if it's cool to do that?
Again, they
I didn't
told
say
us.
call
She
her.
told us.
No. I'm not saying bring her here.
Let me just send her a message, I know. Maybe.
I don't know. It was a possibility. I will throw the idea out and burn it. Push, push, push. It is gone, disintegrated. Bye.
Oh, it's still. I can't. I'm not sure.
I feel like if we clue her into the idea, sorry to interrupt you there, but if we clue her into the idea that we might even be considering messing with the swarm, might it not bring her running?
Is that good or bad?
Right
Well,
now,
we-
I would think it would be
idea.
bad. It would exacerbate the problems.
Yeah, it might bring her charging, is my feel.
Right,
Sights
exactly.
in hand, yeah.
You know
Well, I mean,
her better than me, so I will default to
Yeah.
what you think she would actually do.
Well, I mean, like, if I tell her that we're on the sewers, I think she has enough discretion to at least find a way down there where she wouldn't be seen, and then just cut my head off. No one knows. I think that's about the lowest casualty rate we can afford.
Well, for what it's worth, if she cuts your head off, I'll make sure it gets reattached properly.
I appreciate that.
I feel like she regrets doing this. I feel like she regrets the swarm, and
Yeah,
or the way or how it went about.
and that's why
I
I'm
think if
torn.
we help
There
do
isn't-
this, I think this might ease their own personal burden.
But no, I feel like when we were in we're speaking with those nobles, part of me felt like I wish she was here, because it's clear to me that this is something personal for her, and it feels wrong to take care of it myself when I'm not attached to it. It seems like something that she probably needs to deal with. Not that I'm the judge of that, but, well, I mean, yeah. So it's a bit of an obvious situation. But it's kind of a selfish perspective, because all the people that are getting sick and dying is definitely a numerically more important issue.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to deny her any closure that she might get from, returning here and facing any demons and making up for any past mistakes, but at the same time, you're right, there are bigger concerns in play here. There are a lot more lives hanging in the balance.
I think we're doing it the right way.
Why?
I think we're gonna go with what Riz says.
What is Lee saying? Is you talking to this realm?
Yes,
That is
what we are going to do.
Plan. Like, not that it's bad, but like, I
We
feel
are
like,
not going to contact Vera.
okay, you don't just decide that for everyone. But
Oh, he's using his scary face. Sorry, not helping. Sorry.
yeah, is that what that's supposed to be?
She made me promise not to contact her. Please respect that.
Wording. I
My-
can't
my-
remember if it was contact or don't, like... I can't
She didn't tell
remember
me
which
to
one.
do shit.
That
and-
is true, it was only Petravian.
I don't mean that as a loophole. Like, I didn't know this before now, and I could have acted without their knowledge. And frankly, I don't know. Even if Val doesn't want to be contacted, it doesn't always know best.
I think this is.
So don't give me
I
a
feel
sassy
that.
face. My son is 26 feet tall, and I've dealt with more aggressor.
Petravian, I don't know how to say this without sounding like a jerk, so I'm just gonna say it in an attempt for you to understand.
I appreciate the predication. Go ahead.
Okay. Size does not matter for intimidation?
No, it doesn't. No, it most certainly
we-
doesn't.
And
We've
even
had-
though you
Finger
now
guns.
have like crinkly
Awesome.
crinkles in your face, it still doesn't make you scarier. You are like big teddy bear.
I think they make you prettier.
Prettier, yes. Not scarier though.
Yes, they're very nice.
So
I like him.
you like everything about Petravian.
Well, yeah. Is that
You
a problem?
don't count.
I think I
But
should
the-
be number
but
one
Petravian-
on the rating.
Petravian puts his little knuckle up for like a fist bump.
Like a week.
Little beat.
We respect the promise that you made to Vera Petravian. There are things that I might share that I'm not going to simply because she asked me not to, but the point is there might come a time for both of us when the greater good is served by us having to break those confidences.
Yeah, there is a non-zero chance that Vera is literally the only person who can
So-
fix
True.
this.
Good
We're both gonna
intentions
have to
are not always taken well.
We're just going to have to both prepare ourselves for that, I think.
If you don't, I'm not saying that I'm necessarily going to contact her, but I'm not going to wait until you're being eaten alive by a swarm to do that.
Yes, we're not going to let you die out there again.
Yeah, not again.
I tell you what. When we get to the heart, if the situation's bigger than I think I can handle,
What if we need her to get to the heart? We don't have a plan to get to it, or what it is, or how we get there. That is what I mean when I say we don't have a plan.
we have the map ish.
Yeah, we have a place to put a bomb, but that might not be the place to talk to it. And these nobles are going to give us information that benefits their agenda. They will deliberately hide any information that could produce any other outcome.
In the event that we do have to call Vera, how quickly can she get here reasonably? I mean, that also impacts this whole scenario.
What do you think, Hummel?
Well, I guess that depends on how she's getting here. Like, some insects
I
can
can-
fly very fast. Do you know that a dragonfly can fly 35 miles per hour? Like, she could probably get here within, like, 3 hours just by flying.
Could
She could potentially get here instantly if, like, it was through me.
I like dragonflies.
I think that's why she
had you
had
come?
me come with you.
That makes sense. Alright.
Is there a way we can protect you from the?
Yes.
Hey, do you have, like, a
We need to
bottle or something?
I was just going to offer. I was going to retrofit a bottle into a little container.
Can you also then let me out before I die?
I mean,
Yes.
can you put like a filter or something on there?
Lovette could probably invent something like that.
If you,
You got
put,
time?
A filtration system that depends on a lot of alchemical knowledge I don't have at this table about how sick.
Oh wait, don't those horses? Didn't that horse thing have a weird mask on it?
Didn't seem to help.
Yeah, it looked like he was walking.
Well, the
I mean,
bubble
I can-
thing helped.
Right, but I can only conjure those up for a good quarter of an hour, not much longer. They don't last.
I think that the jar thing is frankly just a solution until we get underground. So I was just going to make it large enough to hold enough oxygen. I mean, a bee, I imagine, was only going to consume so much oxygen in a day.
If the bottle is big enough, it should, in theory, have enough for him at least for several hours, yes?
Yeah.
Oh,
So you
yeah.
guys figure that if you were to put a bee in, say, like an empty mason jar, like something that maybe Riz has sitting around,
Oh, I bet you they do.
that would be enough for many hours of air for a bee.
If crafting things is going to take a long time, wait. I have minor creation. I can magic cast. I'm just gonna bust out some little tools, and
Oh yeah, go ahead,
Nice.
take one of my jars, it's fine.
No, this is my potion, but okay,
shit.
fine.
Wait.
What's the shop at the
I'm-
same store?
make it one of those little like, it's like, how do I explain it? Like I want to say a glass display case, but it's like one of the, it's like just a dome, and then like a little, it's got a little plaque that says Hummel on it on the piece of wood that the dome goes on top of.
Okay.
Nice.
Does it have the scientific name under?
So is this now like a large enough thing that it's going to actually be like conspicuous to carry? Like, how big are we talking here? Is this going to still fit under someone's clothes, or is this something that someone's going to have to like hold?
I wasn't thinking it was 2 hands. Oh well, maybe for me.
Because like a jar could just hang from someone's belt or something.
Yeah, I was imagining it being about jar sized,
Okay.
just a little more fancier.
They put
So,
some leaves
it does
inside
require
and say it's
a
like a
piece of-
terrarium.
It does require a piece of matter of the same sort of the item you plan to create. So what I imagine happens is that like Lovette goes up to Riz and is like, "Can I borrow a mason jar?" Takes it, smashes it, then casts minor creation to turn it into, you know, a more specific container.
I don't know if I smash it, but I probably do use the creation to completely smooth it out and polish it to like a perfect dome, except with a little handle on the top.
There we are.
That was pretty cool. I go into my room and pluck some little tiny branches from the tree and put it inside and for Hummel to hang out on.
Okay.
Alright.
So a minor terrarium is now in your inventory.
I love that game.
No,
Well-
it does only last for 16 hours. Then it will turn back into a mason jar.
We can't hear you, Grem. I know your mouth is moving.
Thank you. Sorry about that. We'll just cast it again in the morning,
Okay.
and then let it turn back after 16 hours. Which I like to think that I handcraft it back into a mason jar because I feel bad.
Well, we can plan, I think, as much as we can for what we can do in the moment. Unless anyone else has any other words they want to say, yes?
We still need to find the parts for the anti-machine,
Obviously.
Death
I mean,
so...
it might be a little easier without insects flying around, so... What should we
true.
do? Should we get parts first, or should we try to deal with the swarm first?
What if the parts are
I
really
do
big?
know this realm is like covering us to take these things. You know, I feel like the moment it's gone, a bunch of people are going to storm in and scoop up everything of value.
It takes a while for things to dissipate, don't you think?
Okay, we're not literally like seconds, but you'd be surprised.
I can prepare a couple of dimension door if you want me to, like, span across an area really quick.
Well, I mean, I also agree. I think we should go in with the plan of getting the parts we need first, and then taking care of the swarm, because I do not think getting the parts will make it impossible to get this swarm gone. But
how big are these items, though? Do we just
Yeah,
throw
that's
them
the
in the
problem.
sewer and then go deal with it, or?
Do I know how big they were? Was that kind of included in the info I had?
How large the energy siphon was going to be?
Yeah.
Well, whatever parts. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
The
fairly
schematics.
large. I mean, we're talking
okay.
something that's going to be room-sized, probably.
So
Like
we'd
you'd have to
fine.
disassemble it to fit it into a wagon to move it.
and then we'd
you
have to
could just
get the
put it in
wagon out.
pocket dimension.
Mm-hmm.
So this is far.
Build a little cube.
That works. That's smart.
Yeah, that'll work.
You scienced it, Beach.
I feel like that's from a book or something, but I don't understand it.
Well, we will attempt to get the parts first, then deal with the swarm. Maybe get that box of letters from maybe Vera's mom.
It seemed important to her, so we may as well,
And read them while we're at it.
if you must.
I don't. I mean, if the box is, if the alert you open and something happens, that's one thing. But I mean, if, I don't know. Even a stranger to us, it seems pretty rude. I mean, because she's a stranger to us, sort of, maybe, possibly.
I like to think we're more as a friend.
Her muscle? They barely, I mean, have the eyes, but it,
Look, if me and Petravian are right, we can put a bet on it. You wanna do that?
but me bet on it? No, but Travian bet on it.
No. Me and Petravian against you.
But I don't think that I don't know. I mean,
We think that they are related.
well, look, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
last time I went out on a crazy adventure, there were way too many coincidences like that. So I'm not putting money on it.
Damn.
We're helping her either way, right?
Well, yeah,
Oh, who
but
cares? I mean, that was we agreed to it before we.
She was like the nicest person in that room, so I don't see why not.
I mean, I don't know. Those other nobles had some good taste.
Speaking of the other nobles and how you were
They
talking,
call me
you didn't
Unitos.
tell me you could talk with your hands. Why didn't you talk to Jiro?
Oh yeah.
It didn't click with me. I don't know, just
That's unfortunate.
in the
but
moment
I-
kind of thing.
You would have probably enjoyed that. You probably would have felt some compliment
Yeah.
or something.
I'm really rusty on it though, too. So I didn't want to.
Well,
It
I
was-
mean, he taught Risen from scratch.
I know tea. And like a
Sky's the
couple
limit.
other words, but only basic things. I do actually want to learn, especially since we're going to be seeing him again. I want to be better.
Oh yeah, that is on the agenda.
Yes, you said it was okay once we were done with this, yes?
For me, of course.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're the one who has the thing.
The toilet?
It sends message with paper. It makes that noise.
Ah,
I thought it goes
the-
click, 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 click.
The long-range information transcription device.
Uh-huh.
That works. Yeah.
Anyways, I'm looking forward
Anyway.
to talking to him again.
Dead face.
Oh, I'm looking. That bed looks nice.
Why don't we all rest for the night? Get up our
because-
energy.
It's 12:30 in the afternoon.
Is it 12:30? I thought that was like
Oh,
all
I thought it
evening
was.
that we were
I
talking
thought
to
it was
the nobles.
evening. Oh.
No, you got there at like 11 o'clock.
You are shitting me.
No, it's 12.
Okay.
It's 12:30 in the afternoon.
I was
so-
kind of wondering
Okay.
when we were like, oh, we'll wait the night and then we'll talk to him in the
Okay.
morning. I was like,
Okay.
why don't we
Okay.
just go now? But okay, I guess we can wait.
Shit, why do we go now?
Nope.
Oh
weren't we
yeah, it's
told to
daytime.
Come back the following morning in order to pick up the bomb.
Yes, we
That's
already
true.
told them
Oh,
that.
that's right.
Yeah, they said that the bomb will be ready for you tomorrow morning. So
Okay.
So
that's not ready
Hang
basically
out.
yet. So,
Well,
but you do have half a day that you can spend on something else if you want.
we could
Otherwise,
hang out
we can
with
also.
the nobles again.
Petravian, you and I have work to do. What healing spells have you got under your gauntlets right now?
Oh, at the moment, let me
You know, you make a good point. guys. You
close
gotta
my
stay with
eyes
yourselves.
and concentrate. So, I mean, there's my touchy hands, but aside from that, at the
Could you maybe
moment,
refer to it a little bit differently than that? If you go up to a random stranger in this town and say, hey, can I just, touch your hands, that they might not take that kindly, mate.
If you say that to me, and I know what it means, I will still not allow it.
I
Oh, there you
mean,
go.
I think it would sound worse if I said, "Hey, can I touch you and make you feel good?"
Oh my lord, yes.
You
Maybe
are-
you should
you are
stick to the
correct.
not talking at all thing that you've got going on.
Yeah, I mean, that throat wound seems to be the only thing that power won't heal, huh?
But have
Funny
you...
how that works.
How about healing hands? Can I say I have healing hands?
Don't even say anything. How much can you do of that before you wear
Okay,
yourself
but if
out?
you-
God, that sounds even worse.
Aren't you supposed to not talk so? I mean, like, didn't you
About
put up this
15
whole
times
character who can't talk?
15 times a day, an hour.
a day.
Well, why doesn't Kurla just pretend to heal your voice?
Hummel is funny.
I was being serious.
I know.
But now, after all this time,
Point being, we need to try see if we can find... I mean, y'all can do what you like, but as far as I'm concerned, and Petravian, you've got the healing too, so as far as I'm concerned, what we need to do for the rest of the day is find wherever the most sick people are and see what we can do to help them out.
Agreed. Let's go to the slums. Honestly, that's where the most people are.
I mean, the world seems well, the most people are helping.
Lovette, what would you like to do while they are out?
I don't know, I've been thinking about it. I think helping the people would be kind of nice. Also, I also feel it's, well, like temporary, especially with what I do about. A few mechanical classes are only going to last like 20 minutes. That's not going to do a lot of good. Well, then, maybe a lot of houses.
I will come with if we are all going.
Okay. Let's go help some people.
Better that we stick together on this, so... Sounds good. And maybe we
Okay.
can swing by the town administrator while we're doing that, pick up the map, that kind, whatever else we needed to do.
We were going to do that when we got the bomb in the morning.
That works too. I'm not picky about that.
I guess I
would
should
like to
probably stay
find
here.
things.
You can
I
stay in
think
the
that
bar,
might be
though.
better.
Okay. Let's
What would it take for me to make everybody some filtration masks?
Some carbon, some
ones that
coffee
were-
paper.
Any decent? I would
I
say
mean, if I-
probably a couple days' work. Oof.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Probably.
mean, do we have do we have like burlap or anything I can make them out of, or
I
leather?
mean, you
and
can, like, you just want some like simple, like some simple cloth wrapping. Like, you can make something Like immediately.
Well, I mean, I've got a handful more casts of minor creation. I could make us all some masks for 8 hours that will disassemble in that time.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. If you want to cast a couple more times of minor creation, you can make some masks. They might not be completely effective, but they'll help. I'll give you a bonus on your con saves and your fortitude saves rather.
Okay, all right, I'll take it. So I'll do that. I'll find the button of my own time, but I do that.
Yeah. So Lovette will fashion a couple of masks for everyone to wear.
I've got 4 casts of it, so it's one for everybody.
Kurla, as you're, I guess, doing this, will politely decline one. Just, I know, save your time, save your materials. I appreciate it, but it's not. I'm not going to need it.
Did have a question.
I don't.
The smell is not that bad, right?
I don't get sick.
About it.
Oh.
You don't get sick?
I don't get sick. I get hurt. I get wounded. I don't get sick.
Well, I mean, I never got sick as a kid either, but this stuff's really bad. It's really fucked up.
Trust me on this one, Lovette. Please.
Okay.
I would rather, if you're going to make an extra one, I would rather you give it to someone who needs it, and I don't.
I'm
much as
also
I
not
appreciate it.
I think it's not a disease. I think it's just caustic.
Would it be a poison?
No, it'd be like acid. Are you okay with acid?
I mean, now this is getting into a mechanics question, which we might not be allowed to know. I don't know. Beardy?
Oh, that's true.
Well, I mean, we are allowed to know if you have resistances or immunities to acid.
Well, I have resistances to disease, not to acid. So.
Well, we won't know for sure whether or not it's caustic. I'm just saying, in the hypothetical case that it is, do you have a resistance to that?
Yeah, Kurla doesn't have any resistance to like acids or anything like that. No. That would be considered an energy resistance. But yeah, Kurla does have some.
He's resistant.
And this is burning at our throats, not making us sick, right?
Right. So it's
weird. It's
weird.
weird.
You'll have to check, and I'll tell you who's affected by
Lick it.
If you
and see what
consume
happens.
an acid, doesn't that make it a poison? I'm just saying.
It's not biting us, so it's not venomous.
Yeah,
that
is true.
Poison causes it causes parts of your body to shut down depending on what the poison does. Acid just corrodes; it just burns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you breathe it in, melts your lungs. So we'll see what happens.
Well, thank you for the mask, Lovette. It's kind of cozy. I like it.
It's like
it looks really neat on you.
Do I look cool?
Yeah, I try to make sure I fit on your face. That make I have plenty of room for your ears.
Thank you very much.
Shall we make a move?
Yes.
To the slums.
To the slums.
All right, to the slums. So your group heads back out.
Well, Kurla will start asking around just to make sure that it is kind of the slums or a particular area of the slums where the most sick and dying people are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's pretty much the strip of space along the west side of the wall is where it's the worst.
Okay.
So anywhere along there, you're going to find a lot of sick and wounded, particularly people that don't have enough money to afford housing, and people who don't have enough money to afford any kind of medical treatment. So the people that are kind of in the alleyways along the east side of town.
Can we find I don't know, maybe there's an orphanage, or because they should. I want to help them first.
There's a schoolhouse when you've already been there. You were there earlier today.
I'm gonna lock the Vardo when we leave, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, let's be honest. The orphans are probably already dead. Died in the original attack.
Mm-hmm.
But think of the children.
When we get to the slums, Kurla will start asking around for an elder, anyone in any sort of position of informal authority amongst the indigent population, anyone who is sort of looked up to and who might be able to get the word out. Go ahead
and make me a diplomacy check to gather information.
Sure thing. That is a 17, so not the greatest.
That was not your character.
No?
No, try that again on...
Party?
Yeah,
I
you rolled
beg
the
pardon.
party's stats. So go
Well,
ahead and
I-
roll these.
Sorry about that, I don't know how that worked. I rolled it off my little menu. I was trying to be quicker by doing it
No
off the
worries.
menu.
Yeah,
I will
just
do
try
it
to
off.
open up your own character sheet there just to see.
Yep.
The top left menu, the HUD one, is only it's whichever character you selected.
Okay, then I guess I had the wrong one selected. Thanks
all
for
good.
bearing with me here, folks.
No problem.
I was going to say that.
It was a good roll. It was like a 17 plus whatever your diplomacy check is. So we can keep your die result. I just need to know what your diplomacy bonus
It
is.
was a 17 again!
It was in fact a 17 again,
Oh,
but this time I got
alright.
my my addition, so now it's a 31.
There we go.
Nice!
That is interesting. All right, cool. So after talking around to a bunch of the people on this side of town, you do in fact find a little conclave of, like you said, the indigent, those who are just out here and just not successful enough or haven't been here long enough to scrape together enough coins to rent out one of the smaller houses. And yeah, there's just a decent sized conclave of the downtrodden out here.
Well, I will go up to whoever seems to be sort of the most grizzled or the most, in charge,
Mhm.
or
Yeah,
whoever has that aura of like general presence, if you know what I mean.
sure. Yeah, you find their local, headman, whatever you want to call the person, and yeah, they'll look at you and sort of size you up, and think that you're probably a threat / maybe an agent of the nobles, come to like break them up.
Kurla will approach with their hands sort of like out to their sides, clearly not, not presenting
We're not hurting
weapons
anyone
or
here,
anything like
stranger.
that. Pardon me?
We're not hurting anyone here, stranger.
And I'm not here to hurt anyone either. Quite the opposite.
Then what
I
do you
incur-
want?
I want to help you.
We don't have any money.
I'm not interested in money.
And you can't have our people either.
I'm not interested in your people either.
We just bored.
I don't.
Kurla is a healer and just simply wants to help people out who are sick.
Yeah, I mean,
I haven't got a whole lot of time to go into my life story, and you'd be bored by it anyway. The long and short of it is that I can hail a lot of you. So can this big, quiet one here, and if we're here and we can do that, and we choose not to, that's not a choice that I can live with. So we're here. Who can we help? Who needs the help the most?
I can build buildings though.
I'm here for moral support.
Okay. So after talking this over with them, you sort of explain who you are and what you can do. And he seems... Well, make a diplomacy check to see if you can convince him of your bona fides here.
I will see what I can do.
See if he's willing to hear you out.
Well, and if
And
he
then
needs,
just enter the kitchen.
if he needs a
Seems fairly
display,
distrustful of people.
that is a 25.
It's enough. So he will accept your terms of helping them for nothing in exchange, and he's still very wary of your whole group because why would you care? And yeah, he gathers up a large number of people in the alleyway near you.
Well, I will start by throwing down a channel,
Mm-hmm.
which I will run now.
Okay, let's drop that wherever.
Wherever we are, so I'm going to just guess
Yeah,
kind of
that's
around
fine.
there.
Okay. So you throw out a channel energy, and there's this, this energy flows forth from you, this light, and everyone around you, all of their wounds are going to just heal immediately. Any lesions on their skin are just going to close and seal and heal over, and you're going to heal a lot of people because this is a fairly large burst of healing, and they've collected a lot of people near you, so it's almost in like this rush of energy and air. Everyone is suddenly like almost they're just amazed that they're all healed again, and they're touching their faces and they're touching their hands and looking at each other, and there's like joyful laughter as people are like giddy that they're alive again.
Well, Kurla will turn to the man Right, you ready to trust me yet? Because I'm imagining this isn't all of them.
So he's sort of beside himself, and he says, "Yeah, we can find more. How many more times can you do that?"
I've got maybe 4 or 5 more of those left, and then I've got a few other tricks up my sleeve, and then this big guy here as well.
Okay. So what he's going to do is he's going to send some runners to other parts of the town, and he is going to gather as many of the sick and injured to this place as he can. And over the course of the next couple of hours, the two of you just sort of work your magic over the crowds. Is there anything in particular you wanted to do, or can we just skip and say that you've spent the time just burning all your heals?
We can skip, and yes, I burn them up, but I'm perfectly prepared to burn every channel and every. I would think Cure Light Wounds Mass would do the job.
Yeah.
Then that is the one that I would cast at its level, and then at all the higher levels. And once that ran out, I would expend all of the personal Cure Light Wounds until they're all gone.
All right.
I did have a question.
Yeah.
Since Petravian, one of the mercies that he has, 2 of them, he has disease and poison. Was one of my questions with all the wall, the barrier, all that stuff. That's one thing that I was curious. Does either of those have any particular effect on the lungs, or I don't know?
Well, it seems like between the HP damage, the curing of poison, and curing of disease that your lay on hands is doing, all 3 at the same time, you're not really sure which is the culprit, but whatever it is, it's fixing it.
Okay.
So you're literally covering every base you can here, since you're fixing disease, poison, and a hit point damage.
Cool beans.
So yeah, everybody you're laying on hands is now in perfect health.
Is the same true of the ones I'm hitting with my cure spells, or is that just
They
reducing?
seem to be. If nothing else, if they are still diseased, they're not showing any symptoms at the time.
Okay.
But your HP healing is definitely making everyone feel better. So you spend the day, and I'm just going to crank a few hours here in the future. So you spend a couple hours out here, and you've expended everything. You have tapped out all of your spells and all of your channels, and anything the Petravian throws out there as well will be expended as well. So you guys are fully tapped out, and you've healed, at this point, I would say the number's in the hundreds of people.
Do they have any physical labor needs that they need help with?
I mean, not really, no.
No?
Not to the same degree that they were needing healing.
Well, yes. I don't heal people. I can't do that one.
When I was thinking of doing this and running the numbers, it came out to be about 354 or something around there, just on the Cure Light Wounds mass used at every spell level, and not accounting for the channels or the Cure Light Wounds. So yay, hundreds of people healed.
Yeah, so Kurla has definitely done a lot of heavy lifting here to help the population.
So yeah, once I've burned through all of that, Kurla will just sort of slump against the wall and look at Petravian, who is presumably also knackered.
Mm-hmm. And I'll say that you have not felt this tired in a long time, but you also have an intense feeling of satisfaction in what you've done today. Like you feel good about your efforts here.
I feel super light as well. I had this pain in my back and it's gone immediately. Then I stepped on a rock, pain gone and again. All these little things, I love it. Like every discomfort, just.
Kurla will look at the elder and sort of. I wish that I could do more. I've got nothing left in me today, but my group, we're trying to make things better for you. Just hang in there, all of you.
He's going to give you a bowl of this bean chowder that they have cooking. They're going to give you and the rest of the party. They want to give you something in return, and this is pretty much all they have to give. So
please keep it for yourself.
They give you some food.
I was just here for support, so I do not deserve this.
No, I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat.
Kurla will kind of weigh whether or not it's best to eat it or best not to eat it. Whether it would, be insulting to not eat it versus, they need it more than I do, but Kurla will eat it.
Okay.
Because they are that exhausted.
You can make a check if you'd like to, if you want to like weigh that in your mind.
No, because they are so exhausted and so hungry at this point, they will
Mhm.
just eat it. I think maybe that will occur to them later.
Okay. You get the sense that they're very happy that you took the food.
Please, sir.
So
Bean
it's
chowder
and it's
does sound delicious right now.
it's reasonably good
does.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good chowder. So it's like a. Anyway, I'm not going to get into the specifics.
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
chowder,
yeah.
but it
You want to
is.
give me a
it's-
whole chapter-length description about how meat
Ding.
is dripping with sweat juices from it?
I want to hear it.
Mm. I want to hear it.
If you
I'm
understand
sorry.
what that call-out meant, you're a book nerd.
Sloppy steaks. Wait.
Kurla
So
will hand the empty bowl back and just sort of smile wearily.
excellent. So the lot of you are now in good graces with the downtrodden of this town.
Nice.
So when we're by ourselves, Petravian will just, as we're sitting there, I wish I could tell them who to thank, but
Vera said don't show anything, don't talk about it.
I know.
Even if she didn't, I mean, you really think that's what she wants? People's thanks?
Not thanks, but know that someone cares.
They saw
Well,
that
that's
we
what
care.
didn't say. Yeah,
They know
Alright.
that we care, and that's enough.
they know someone cares. I think the fact that they don't know who we are adds a lot of credence to that. The fact that we are just some random people from out of town.
Yep. Good for the
I
sake
s-
of good.
Yeah,
I like that.
I mean, what, well, good reasons are there for it.
Mm-hmm.
I generally find that if you want to profit, you're not going to be that great of a person.
How far are we from the Vardo at this point?
You're still over on the east side of town, but you can head back to the Vardo if you want.
Kurla is, I think, kind of just like staggering in that direction. They're
Yeah.
really bushed.
Y'all are pretty knackered at this point, so
Yep.
the group heads back west, and you return to the Vardo momentarily. So you return and arrive at the Vardo.
Bushwhacked.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Pooped.
Welcome home,
Hooped.
everyone.
Oh, we need to
Ugh.
like reset this.
It's good for the night.
Okay.
Kurla will just sort of pat Petravian on the arm. Nice work today, mate.
Likewise.
And Kurla will. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
You're fine. Go ahead. Yeah, I'll interrupt you.
No, Kurla will just turn to Lovette and Riz and say thank you both for coming with. Meant a lot.
really? Felt like it. I even made you a mask, and you didn't. We didn't. None of us needed it.
It meant a lot that you were there. All right. It means a lot that you always have my back, both of you.
Of course. I felt like kind of useless now, but it happens, I guess.
Yes, feeling useless in this situation is a thing.
Well, yes.
Feels icky, right?
Well, I'm trying actively to find a way to make my works more constructive. I have had a lot of experience building weapons. I want to make something else. But everything seems to just end up being a repurposed weapon.
Maybe talk to Voska.
Okay, of course. I mean, if I can talk to him, of course.
Just take your time. You might not hear it at first, but just
Okay.
try. You can do it.
I'm still not sure what I'm trying, but I'll just take what you said before and keep doing what I'm doing.
Make something tonight. Something small. Something innocent. Make it in his name. I feel like that's a satisfactory prayer if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, I think I can do that.
Hummel will come rushing out of Petravian's room, land on Petravian's shoulder. Oh my god, you're finally back. It's been hours, and there's been nothing to do.
I mean,
There's been nothing to do. You can't talk out of that. It's been a fact.
Why don't you two spend some time?
Well, why don't you come with us next time then? Use the way.
I mean, the wall of death for insects.
I thought
Right?
you were
Yeah, we're being
such a little
facetious.
asshole.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Oh yeah.
Come on, let's talk. Come on, Hummel. Let's go chat, and we'll head on into the room.
Alrighty.
That was very devious of you, listen.
It is who I am.
Kurla's just going to collapse onto the sofa in the common room as if they either don't want to go into the bedroom or they're just too tired to go the extra few steps.
If anybody else didn't have any, I wanted to basically talk to Hummel, if that's okay.
Okay. I'm gonna have a
Um,
combo. So they're in Petravian's room.
helped a lot of people, and that really, really felt good.
I mean, doesn't it always?
Well, absolutely, but this was a little different. In there was no stakes involved. It was just helping without any aspect of seeing any return, and I see what Vera wants to do. I see what Vera wants, and
Well, I
I
agree.
You know what we have to do with this swarm, right? You understand what we have to do, right?
I mean, what's your interpretation of what we have to do with the swarm? Like, it doesn't seem to be doing a lot of good here.
Right. And that's why I wanted to get your opinion.
Okay. I'm all ears. Like not literal ears, but I hear you.
So, in my mind, there are a couple of options.
There's two wolves inside of me.
We could just ask the swarm to disperse.
Okay, that's
There's
gonna be
there's
hard.
another
Sure.
There's another idea I have. And I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but what if I ask the swarm to surround all of the nobles' homes only? Just swarm there. Let the people be people and do what they.
I guess
Is that awful of me?
I guess the question is, are the nobles parasites? Are they truly doing harm to those they rule over? That's what you have to ask yourself. Do they need to be removed? Because if they don't need to be removed, then obviously the hope is to turn them to see the light, to see exactly what they're doing is wrong, And then we have more people that can actually help, rather than making them disappear. If not, some people... Sometimes you have to get rid of people.
Hearing the way they talked, just... They felt rotten. They felt like a... It felt icky listening to them.
I wish I could help clarify, but I was kind of dying. Like,
Yeah.
Like I woke up outside, so I don't know who you talked to. I'm sure whoever was here before Vera probably hated. But
Well, I mean,
It's not a high bar.
there's... So you've never been here, have you?
no, never. Otherwise,
Vera never really talked about their life here, did they?
their life here?
Hmm.
What life?
Well,
Petra's gotten chewed out for not telling us everything. He still hasn't told us everything.
well, I think we met someone that they look very, like, if you were to put Vera next to them, I'd say, oh, are you related? And it just, they had silver eyes, they had the same kind of facial features, and and the fact that the swarm, this woman told us that the swarm, the heart of it is at their home, and it just all seems very coincidence, and I just feel like this might have been where Vera's from.
Well, I wouldn't know. Vera never talked about this place before, other than don't go over here, don't talk to the caravans. Otherwise, there's nothing. She never brought up where she grew up, never talked about her original families. So, and I don't really think it's right for me to go peering into her mind, into like the hive mind, you know? So,
Of course. Well, yeah,
but
consent is the best thing that you can have.
But in the end, it's your choice to make. It's not my choice, not Vera's choice. If you believe that these nobles are truly parasites, and that the only way to make this world better would be to remove them, then you should make that choice.
Yeah.
I will love you all the same.
I know you can
no
hear me,
matter
Riz.
what you choose.
I know you can hear me, Riz. I'd like your opinion on this too.
Oh no.
You like,
Wait, Rizen's
honey
hearing
in
all
your
this?
Kool-Aid?
Of course. I can
Um,
hear everything that's going on in here.
Like everything that's been going on, like every time?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
wrong, Elise? See, the bathroom is over there.
How?
I know where things are in my Vardo.
I thought so, but you looked like you're trying to. You don't know where you're going.
I am just surprised. I'm gonna go check in on Petravian. Why don't you work on that thing? You're gonna do great.
Okay.
I believe in you. He's gonna think it's the coolest shit.
Right on the
Especially when
fridge.
you put on the symbol. You know what the symbol is, yeah? You got the symbol in your head, the hand, a little starburst. You got this, okay. Petravian, why do you need me? Just close the door behind, just looking like concerned.
What do you think Lysette is doing in Petravian's room?
I know you could hear the whole conversation.
Oh, well, I could. If I was paying attention.
Ooh. Bad call, buddy.
Probably, yeah, but
I mean, like,
I
other
trust their
than the
opinion.
pact that you, like, were considering killing people.
I never said I wanted to kill them. I said surround their homes.
Just because you choose to direct a flood at someone does not mean you are not doing the killing, even if you didn't physically do it.
Well, I don't want them to kill them. I just want them quarantined.
Oh, might not want to put a giant swarm of like things around them then. Depending on what that is, they'll like eat the shit out of them. Sorry.
So you were talking about murder, technically.
No, I didn't want them to murder them. I just wanted
You
them
didn't
just like
think that was the
contained.
case, but most likely, Hummel,
And
you can.
that's why I'm talking this out, because bad decisions seem to be a little bit a thing for me. So I'm trying to be better.
Petravian, your life is your path to choose. You know this, yes?
Yeah.
That includes the bad choices. What is your heart telling you?
To see the good and to guide them to the light. Well, to the right path, that is.
Oh, I mean, he's like kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, not the light. You know.
No,
what
like
I
the figure of
mean.
speech we're talking about.
Oh.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No.
Like doing good, not like the light.
Yeah, because the light's a little weird. The people. Let me phrase it. The people, from my understanding of the light, are a little. Yeah.
Well, from what I've heard, they actually have kind of a good sense of morals in a sense. Like, same wavelength that Mellifera has. Help the people who need help.
Thank you, Hummel.
No, I'm just saying.
I can make a shovel for your room next time I make the Vardo.
Yeah, you know what? But I mean, if I dig down, will I just hit the bottom of the?
You'll probably just
garden?
fall
Will it
forever.
That.
Anyways.
Just make a big, just make a deep enough section so I can just
Yes,
keep
but
digging.
how would you know where the bottom was?
Ooh, now see, that's the fun.
I mean, Petra's dug himself deeper holes before.
Anyways, you want to show them the figurative light, not
Right.
the religion.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Show them the honey. Show me the honey, baby.
So, how do you do that?
I mean, what we did today.
But that does not change their perception of things. They weren't even there.
If we show the people that there's a better way, they will say, fuck you, to those nobles.
Is that what you want, Petravian?
I'm tired of seeing people shit on other people for their own gain.
Okay. Okay.
But no, I'm not going to send the swarm to them. We will dispel the swarm. And
I
show
know
the
you
people.
will. Enris kind of hesitates, but they slowly take your hand. You can be an amazing bridge, Petravian. It just involves a little bit of different perspective sometimes. and understanding and caring. I can guide you all I can through Eden. But you have to teach others as well. Okay?
Okay. Well,
Are you about to cry?
No,
Oh.
maybe a little.
That is so sweet.
Riz kind of moves up for a second and just kisses your cheek. Not in like a romantic way, but just yeah.
In a granny way.
Yeah. Do you want me to leave?
No, just a second. Okay, there we go.
Good?
Yep, we are good.
You know, it's okay to cry. Like,
It really
Yes.
is, yeah.
Yes, I know.
Do you?
I mean, when they sort of beat it out of you, it's
Petravian, you can throw out all those weird things they taught you as a soldier. You can just be you and feel what you feel. Because you are quite kind. You are a decent person who sometimes thinks that not killing is not killing, but it accidentally is, and there's some complications to technicalities in life, but you're working on it.
Yeah.
yes. We'll get there.
Petravian,
We'll get
you're
there.
over 100 years old, yes?
Yes. Slow learner.
You are older than everyone else in this group, not counting me because we don't know how old I am. But I'm at least like remembering past that assumed age.
Mm-hmm. When you have the nose to the grindstone, you don't see the world around you.
Time to smell the flowers.
Or taste the honey.
The idea was that the flowers contribute to both sides. That was the metaphor.
I was going for another joining metaphor. It works.
You
It works.
overdid it. It was like
Okay.
just like too much. It just kind of felt like you were trying to one up me. Like, come on, man.
well, maybe it's kind of like a bridge thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like
you see?
You say the flower thing, which is like that Eden stuff, and then Petrie says, "Honey, it's like a
It's
like a
fine.
bridge,
It's fine.
You know, bridge.
like two posts, and then you put like a thing between them."
I need someone my age around. Right. Well, do you need to talk about anything else?
I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
Okay.
Thank
Well,
you.
So meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
outside,
Legion of Doom.
yeah, Lovette had gone up and whispered something to Kurla.
Oh, I mean, I was just doing a bit with Riz looking all panicked and going
Okay.
into Petra's room.
Cool. Well, in that case, Riz, you pop out of the room.
Yeah, we
everything all right?
I just wanted to say thank you for the tea.
You're welcome, Lovette.
Kurla just has their eyes closed on the sofa, and they may or may not be asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're
We
kind
were
of
just
hovering in
whispering
that.
to Kurla as they were sleeping.
I think they're kind of hovering in that like knackered, jet laggy space between sleep and awake.
In that weird semi-conscious state.
Exactly.
They can still kind of hear words, but at the same time, kind of not.
Yeah, they're coming in and out a little bit.
What are words?
Yeah.
A
other
figment
than
of our
weird
imagination?
Mm-hmm.
throat
Kind of.
vibrations that we understand.
Meat vibrate. I mean, it's meat vibrating air, and then your other meat vibrates it, and your meat inside your the bone.
There's too much meat here.
I mean, there is.
Meat all
We
the way
are
down.
all meat, man.
Stop.
We are all
Stop.
meat.
That's nice.
It's
Well,
meat all the way down.
Lovette, did you need anything or
What do I need to make a little doodad? Like,
I assume you have doodad supplies on you.
okay, cool.
No, please.
Okay, good luck
Can I
tonight.
make my doodad roll? Oh,
Oh, you're making it
That'd
out
be-
here?
well, I'm just making the roll.
Okay.
It's a good roll.
Well, you spend the rest of the day working on a doodad.
Yes, I'm thinking.
And-
Like, I'll think about it.
Yeah, it's just something uncomplicated is fine. It just needs to be something that you've made, that's all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna think about what it is because that's what Lovette do. Put some
Mhm.
thought into it.
Well, some time's gonna pass, and you guys can spend the rest of the day however you feel like.
I'm fine with zooming ahead to the evening if no one else has anything to do. Okay.
Alright, so that evening or that night?
Is that not the same thing?
No.
Oh, night?
Okay.
Evening is a very nebulous term. I
Yeah.
feel.
I don't
I
know.
feel
When
like
the sun goes
evening-
down?
Yeah, I feel like evening is at any time between noon and 6 a.m. the
Oh,
next
Jesus.
day.
Oh, no.
Even- I
I
would
would
say
say
Afternoon,
yes.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
but
I would say
night and
afternoon
afternoon
ends
are
at
all-
5, and then 5 starts evening and goes to about 9 o'clock.
All
and
right,
after 9 o'clock.
9
you have
o'clock. We'll do 9 o'clock. Jiminy Christmas.
Isn't tomorrow afternoon?
I'm gonna kill you, Kyle.
So,
You're not helping with all the Hummel shit either, so fuck off.
Isn't everything before or afternoon?
I swear to God, I'm gonna choke you in your
Okay.
sleep tonight.
So we're going to zoom ahead to as late as we can.
Okay.
So it's about 9:30 p.m. thereabouts. Folks are still knackered, so Lovette's working in her workshop. Riz is in their bed, and Kurla is still sleeping on that couch, I'm guessing.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I would like to make a perception check to make sure Kurl is sleeping, I guess.
I mean, that's
If
between
that's
you
okay.
two. Go for it. Yeah.
42.
Yeah, I think you can tell that Kurla's probably been
Are
not
they
faking.
currently asleep?
Well, for that perception check, I think you can get more of. They've been awake for a while, but it's not as if they're faking it. They're just trying to kind of fall asleep, but it's like they can't because they've got too much on their mind. But they're not currently asleep, no.
Okay. Riz is gonna quietly get up, not disturb them, and they're gonna exit and cast a spell.
All right.
Do you mind if we go to the Pentris Estates map?
Yeah, go. We'll push right to there. There you are.
Okay. I would like to see, while walking through the streets, if I can notice that one guard that we met in that noble house. The
Okay.
captain.
Yeah, give me a perception check as you're traveling the city.
You got it. 36.
Okay, so that is a very successful skill check in that you do not see this person walking around.
Okay.
So you see some other guards here and there, but you don't see the particular guard that you saw earlier.
So as a note, Riz is keeping their hood up and just keeping to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna start to wander around the city.
Okay, so some time's gonna pass.
Could probably find out where he is from the guards.
No, I'm not gonna talk to anyone. And I want to see if there are still people dying.
Okay. So you head over toward the wall then? Toward the worst part of town?
Yeah.
Okay. So you make your way over to the eastern part of town until you get to the wall. And you were there earlier and you saw that, Kurla and Petravian were able to heal a lot of people, but there's still more people that are not doing well, but just not, a good chunk of them were helped today.
Mm-hmm.
But not all of them. Some of them either didn't believe it was true and refused to move. Other ones were too sick to move and just stayed where they were. Other ones didn't hear about it. I mean, it's a big place.
Yeah. I
So-
imagine a lot of people still ended up getting missed no matter how many
Right.
tries you try to get everyone in.
Yeah. So there's still plenty of people who are sick / dying in the streets.
Well, I'd like to go to a quiet corner where people wouldn't notice.
Mm-hmm.
I sure hope this works. I'm sorry. And they cast chain lightning.
Okay.
To the dying people.
All right. And hitting as many targets as they can?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and cast it and give me a roll for the damage.
Okay.
Oh my god.
61.
Oh shit, that's a lot of dice.
Yeah.
Is it bad? My first thought was that's gonna be a little loud.
So, yeah, there's like a thunderclap and a bolt of lightning that moves through the alleyway. And it's going to cascade from person to person to person with a range of a lot, actually.
15.
So, 15 people?
Yeah, it can only take
Yeah.
15 people.
Yeah. Well, I'll say that in that case it will. So there's enough people there and you have enough range on this thing that it's going to arc and jump from person to person. And even if they pass their save, which they don't get one because they're asleep, there's no way they would survive it. So,
And it makes the symbol?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So a moment later, there are 15 charred bodies in that alleyway. But as mentioned, there is light and sound involved with the spell. So
Yeah, I leave.
best get a move on.
I dimension door out of there.
Okay. You dimension door far away.
Mm-hmm.
And then make your way to where after that.
Back to the Vardo.
Okay. So we'll say
I'm
the
not
whole
going
thing took.
inside the Vardo.
Okay.
Okay.
The whole thing took you about 2 hours, and just the whole loop around the town looking for the guard, and then finding a good spot of people. So you make it back to the Vardo, and you are now loitering around outside of it.
So, Riz just collapses on the side of the Vardo, just kind of wringing their hands through their hair. And then they touch back on it, on Terrace's symbol.
It illuminates with a soft blue light.
Talk to me.
And say what?
I need an explanation.
For what you've just done?
You said we.
That's what this is about.
Don't shit with me.
Maybe it was a slip of the tongue.
You did it on purpose, and you know it.
You sent me 15 souls. That's worth something. So then I'll tell you. It wasn't a slip of the tongue.
What does it mean?
That goes against the rules.
Sorry, thank you. Riz just breaks down crying.
Oh.
And they just leave. They let the symbol do whatever it needs to. They don't care. And they move to their horse. And they look at it. And they're wishing it was their first horse. 'Cause it'd know. And this one doesn't know. And they hug it.
It's gonna blink. And it's gonna kind of move its head a little bit into you.
I don't know how I'm supposed to keep doing this. I can't. Fuck. I'm sorry. And they just stay there for a little while until they can clear their emotions.
The horse seems comforting. You're not sure why entirely, because it doesn't do all that much.
No,
but
it doesn't.
Just being around that horse seems to put you in a better mood.
And they rest their head against it. Taking a deep breath. They move their hands as if they're trying to clean them. And they go to their door for the Vardo. They cast knock and go back inside.
You unlock the Vardo and return inside.
And Riza, even if they didn't cast Keep Watch, wouldn't be able to sleep.
They're not getting a wink tonight.
So, thank God I have that spell. But before I do that, I would like to scry on Marcus the Destroyer.
Alright. Go ahead and cast the spell, and then we'll see if it's successful.
I am shaking. I'm so sorry.
Sorry for it. That was great. I
That
want
was
to give
beautiful.
both
Wow.
you and Riz a hug, though.
I did a bad thing.
Do you
A
regret
little
that
bit,
you
but
did?
that's okay.
I felt bad before this session started. I've had like a stomach pit this entire time. And I've just been like, I know what I'm gonna do. And I hate it.
Oh.
Ugh. And then I cried. Now I feel stupid. Oh god.
Mmm.
Mm-mm-mm.
That was
Okay.
tasty.
Well, the target gets a will save,
Mhm.
so it should be interesting. Alright. So Riz.
Yeah.
You reach out with the scrying spell, and you keep in your mind's eye Marcus the Destroyer, this being from an ancient past that is, this heavily powered arcane monster. This being that from an age past ruined a bunch of the world, did some nasty stuff. And you think about this person and you focus your power and you try to make a connection to see where they are and to see them and make some sort of, mental image of where they are in the world. And you feel a presence for just a split moment. A fleeting connection is made, and then you are pushed away very, very easily. So whatever consciousness you made connection with just kind of almost effortlessly batted you away.
I'd like to turn back time and make them re-roll.
Okay. All right, interesting. So
I
You
appreciate
turn
the
back
simplicity of it.
You turn back time and you force this being to try again. And this time there's a bit more struggle. It goes to sort of bat you away in the same way as it did before, but you're sort of mentally ready for that now.
Mm-hmm.
And you push back on your own. And there's a bit of a power struggle for a moment as this thing is trying to push you out of its head. But it does eventually do that. It was closer though.
Let's try again tomorrow. And
As you settled,
yeah.
as you have those thoughts to settle down and try again tomorrow, you feel that something is happening. You feel something reaching toward your mind. A presence. Make a will save.
Oh no!
Yes, sir. Nat fucking 20, 35. Fuck off.
All right. So after the two of you have like pushed each other away multiple times now, you sort of fall silent in your bed.
And I cast Keep Watch for the night.
Mm-hmm.
But my curiosity is piqued.
Yeah,
I think I know what I'm gonna do next time.
Yeah, it tried to reach out after you, so that's fun.
Mind battles.
Mind battles. All
I
right.
would lose those so bad.
Riz, even though that spell is supposed to give them full rest, they don't feel rested.
Right.
Period.
All right. Well, in that case, you guys wake up the next morning.
Was my thing ready that night, or would it be ready the next morning?
I mean, it depends on what you're making, but
I-
you can probably
I was
finish it
just
that
gonna-
night.
Something
Just-
fairly small.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to come out and talk to Riz then.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know if we were going to move the scene forward or if we were going to go to break, so I didn't want to interrupt if it was going to be the latter. Because I thought that was a pretty good scene, but after working on the thing for the better part of the day, Lovette's going to come out and...
Listen, could we have your attention for a moment?
What was it? What do you need?
Hey. Oh, is this a bad time?
No, we're fine. What's up?
I made this for you.
And I'm going to hand you a little necklace with a Vasquez symbol in it.
I know that you collect all the gods, so I hope this doesn't count as playing favorites, just because symbol is on there. But I just wanted to make something for you. I was really having a hard time coming up with something that I thought you would like.
Riz doesn't seem to know what to do, but they kind of just scoop you up and bring you onto their bed, and they just hug you.
Hug.
And they give a quick little peck on your forehead.
Take it as you like it.
This is so wonderful and sweet, and I had such an awful night, and thank you.
You had an awful night? Why?
We'll talk about that later.
Okay. But
Just you and me, okay?
Okay. Well, I'm glad it made you feel better.
It did.
I'm
You
gonna...
are precious. You know this? You are precious.
I'm not sure what that means, but thank you.
Like a jewel, yes? Like,
Wait, you mean like the contemplations?
yes. Like there are some, like, normal jewels, like a quartz that is pretty normal, that you can find almost anywhere, and then you are
I
like
know
a,
what it means.
like a little, like a little ruby. Because your hair is orange.
I'm not so familiar with gemstones, but that still means a lot to me.
Well,
Thank
it's
you.
red, and you have a cute little red bow, and
Thank you.
there's like a yellowish one that's like citrine, but that's not as like precious. So I.
Do gemstones retain their value between worlds?
They change colors.
Wow, but they're the same thing.
Sometimes.
If you wait, what? They're all worlds with like red sapphires and blue rubies.
There are red sapphires, just in general. Did you know that rubies and sapphires are actually the same material, but the rubies actually have just one distinct chemical difference in them? I believe it's called rubium, and that's what makes them slightly different. But actually, they're pretty much the same gem. Sorry. I just really like gemstones.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that makes sense. That adds up. So then that's how you distinguish them.
Yes, it's like the compounds that make them up. We
Makes
can go
sense.
over amethyst or topaz. You know, topaz is good. They come in many different colors. They come in blues and yellows and oranges even. Not considered that's precious either, but it's a pretty gem. But then again, we can go off on pearls, where some people are like, pearls are a gem, and it's like, that's kind of made from a fucking underwater bite.
Yeah, pearls kind of make me
Underwater
anxious.
bite.
Because clams kind of remind me of mimics, and that makes me anxious.
They are kind of nasty. They're kind of fucking nasty.
They're like a rock mimic.
Did you know you could put turquoise inside them, and because instead of it sand, they will still form a pearl around the turquoise, and you can carve the pearl pieces because pearl is, you know, an organic material, so it's actually very easy to carve, and you can find the beauty of a turquoise inside. It's a long process.
I feel like I could be making a lot of more money if I knew these things. I have been making things like this jewelry with no stones inlaid into them.
Well, I just think they're kind of cool. That's
Yeah,
all.
I swear it's sort of neat. I just don't know which is which.
Well, I mean, you do a lot of metalworking. Gems
Yeah,
and metalworking kind of go hand in hand usually.
Yes, I just have to focus more on the engineering side.
Hmm.
I just have to know the hard metal versus soft metals, and that's most of it. And you know, it is caustic. What is, like poisonous.
Good morning, Petravian. By the way, did you get anything from this? Did you feel anything?
Not yet. I don't know what the time frame is now that Petravian just woke up. I was just about to go to bed.
We'll just say it's morning.
We'll just
Okay.
say
Oh, I thought it
it's-
was morning.
Man, I
Simplicity's
can't
sake,
believe we
it's morning.
talked about gemstones all night.
Yeah, did you sleep at all?
I mean, it's like the same. It's basically sleep for me.
Oh, okay. Kurla slept on the couch. That seems uncomfortable. But I guess it's like magic
looks like-
couch, so it's like still comfier than a real one, probably.
Mm.
They've slept on worse.
I mean, me too.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So, who wants to go talk to some nobles? Grizzle
Fine.
tie their
I
necklace
don't.
onto their staff, actually.
We'll do what now?
They're tying their necklace on the staff
Oh.
that they have for Mellifera.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice. Oh,
Which necklace?
does it have a
The one that
symbol on
Lovette just
front?
made,
Oh,
the
okay.
Vasco one. I like these. This is nice.
I'm glad you like it.
Well,
Alright, thank you, sir. Let's go get a boat bomb, and then
stupid fucking name. They're insects.
well,
I mean,
it probably
but
kills
the
bugs, too.
alliteration is pretty good.
I would be surprised if the bomb discriminates.
People and
I mean,
insects.
Bomb bugs. I mean,
Oh, that too.
yes.
Yeah, but I mean the name insect incinerator, that just doesn't roll off the tongue.
Well, it doesn't
Bug bomb.
incinerate. If you're going to be semantic about it,
I mean, I don't like the
Is it
name
no-
of either of those things.
Oh,
no.
Hummel, get in this bottle. Lovette, you made that, yes?
Yes.
Alright, let's.
It's like,
He's so cute when he can't interrupt me.
Little display case.
Aw.
Yeah, so sweet.
so how big is this thing? This is like
It's bigger.
Uh,
It's like a big
It's a little
scroll case,
terrarium.
kind of.
Yeah, like
It has enough air in there for multiple hours. So
yes.
shouldn't be an issue.
He just uses all the air
Hey.
on purpose.
We
I don't like
just see
small
the little
spaces.
bee's chest expand.
Don't fart in there. Just swirl around in it.
Can
All
insects
right.
fart?
I mean, everybody poops.
Probably.
Someone should research
They have a
that.
digestive system, so if it
So I
if
mean,
it can
in
produce
theory,
enough of the gas, then yes. But I have, strangely enough, I have not actually studied this portion. I should buy a book about insect farts, so I can
Yeah,
get my
that's why they make
true.
a buzzing noise when they
true
fly
Hummel
is to
roleplay
hide the
on.
farting sound.
Yeah, there you go.
spinach.
All right. So the group makes their way back to the noble estate, the building here known as the Fitcoran estate, which most of the nobles have moved into. And you find on the first floor, as mentioned, the administration offices for the town. So you can find some people here working that can answer some basic questions for you, and they're already expecting you.
Well, we would like a map of the town and the sewer systems, please.
All right. So the administrator working there is going to greet you sort of sternly, say that if all is correct, you are under contract or at least under agreement to deliver one bug bomb. He looks on this scroll in front of
You
him.
don't have to say it.
Well, very well. A map of the sewers, you say?
Yes, that too, please.
Starts to go through some things. Gets up from the desk, walks away, comes back about a minute later with a large, sort of weathered-looking, wrapped-up piece of vellum, and hands it to you.
Thank you very
That's
much.
it.
Feels
So-
weird holding this. It always feels like Vera's the one that.
That takes things.
Yeah.
Did you want to open it up and look at it now, or did you want to hold
Oh,
on to it
yeah,
for a little?
sure. If we're
Okay.
if we're allowed to just look at it, I would love to.
Yeah. So you go ahead and pull up that scroll, and you open it up, and this is what you see.
Any second now.
Any second now. So you see a map of the city, and then layered on top of it are these large black lines that seem to indicate underground tunnels with various access points on them.
Oh.
It looks like it connects all of the major estates together. So all of the noble estates have a sewer connection. And then there are additional sewer connections throughout the town as well. So you could use this to bypass a great deal of the surface on the quarantine side of the city.
Huh.
That's about what I was expecting.
So this would allow you to get past quite a bit of those swarms on the other side if you were to use the sewers to get in there. And it would give you almost immediate access to each of the noble estates. So if you wanted to get the device from the north, from the Horus Vistal, and then go to the east, and then check out that swarm part, and maybe pick up those letters, maybe be able to do that too. So this looks like it could very well be an easy way around the problem.
The only hard part is that we have to go through a fucking sewer.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it'll be gross, but don't worry. We'll take all the baths needed when we get back to Tovardo.
I can make more masks if it will help.
Yeah, honestly, not breathing in mortal waste would be great. So, if you're cool with doing that and it doesn't waste too much energy, I'm
Now-
all for it.
Now, immortal waste.
I mean,
Well,
it's not only well for your lungs and smog, and I mean that's not so bad. We will way overblow the problems of smog. It's fine. I've been breathing in most of my life. I'm fine.
Okay. Well, I believe you for the most part.
Okay, that was a weird way to address that. That plot into. I didn't question it until now, but okay. Well, where are we going? Where do we want to enter these?
Let's see. We could possibly enter it. I mean, there's literally an entrance right under us, it seems.
Well,
Are we by ourselves at the moment?
No,
Oh,
you're in
we
the
still-
administration offices, the
Okay.
first floor of the Fitcorn estate.
Petravian will point out the spot all the way to the west. What looks like a well? Or just like an outhouse in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, what the fuck is that? What
That
is
is the
this?
sewer.
It's a book.
That's a sewer entrance, I
This
believe.
is an entrance. Okay. I mean, sure.
it's a window.
It's a way in. We can go to there. Sure. Thank you very much for these maps. This is very, very helpful. You are very kind. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Bill.
Of course. So they have also hauled out this device and set it down nearby.
What does it look like?
So it looks kind of like a egg-shaped thing with 3 stand legs coming off the bottom. So it's got like a tripod coming off of this sort of tin-colored egg-shaped thing. There's a single lever on the side that can be pulled to activate the device. If Lovette wants to check it out, I will happily give more information.
Knowledge engineering.
Yep, knowledge engineering.
Yeehaw.
Is there a hole at the bottom of the egg?
That
No,
was a
geez, that's
good
a
roll.
23.
it was a very
That's
good
a
roll.
43.
Damn!
All right,
Nice.
so
You know
Lovette,
exactly
you check
how
this
it
thing out, and you pretty much understand its mechanisms immediately. So you look it over, and you
It is
notice
mechanical.
you notice these little ports on the side that that will flap open, and after like looking it over, you realize that it's basically it's got a bunch of liquid inside, and once it's activated, there's a 30-second timer, and then it will spray this liquid sort of in every direction. Like all these nozzles all over it are pressurized, and it's going to spray this stuff in an area around it. So the most you think it's going to affect is maybe 30 feet or so of like direct contact with this liquid that's inside it. But that burst, if placed in the right place, would do a lot of damage, to what's in that 30-foot space. And then the effect of that liquid is going to linger and spread gaseously for a while. So this is not going to wipe out an entire city. So your initial concern about this being like a doomsday weapon is immediately dispelled. This is a much smaller scale device,
Look,
but
the
it is
word
enough.
bombs sound big, okay?
Right, but
I
but
mean,
it
I
is-
didn't think it was going to be a doomsday weapon. What you were saying about the fact that it would eventually evaporate and spread was Lovette's concern. Was just
Yeah.
that they would underestimate the radius to which it would do so.
Hmm. So you get the feeling that if placed correctly, this might be an effective method of destroying a swarm. Yeah,
It's like glitter bomb from hell.
yeah, glitter bomb from hell that would kill insects really fast. So this would you think that this is
parasites.
maybe not the most elegant design, but it is certainly functional, and it
No,
is
it's
certainly
not
would
bad.
succeed if it was deployed correctly.
Not how I would do it. It's something how to but residue. But it will work.
So what? It's a viable option if Petravian's not successful, or do we want to move it up to the top spot, or?
No, I mean, it's pretty much hasn't changed anything. It just won't kill us immediately. We have like 30 seconds to get out of here before it sprays you with caustic goop.
But it'll do the job, you think? If we need it to?
I mean, Vera is the insect expert, but looking at that stuff in there, I don't want it touching me.
Do you want to keep your voice down?
No.
Oh.
Did you say that out loud there?
Oh shit!
I think you did.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna make a couple rolls
I didn't
here.
do it! It wasn't me! It wasn't me!
Oh no.
Yes! Yes, 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 yes!
Oh no. And I think at that, we're gonna take a short break.
Oh my god!
And we're back. Oh boy! Beardy,
Welcome
give us
back.
a sweet recap of what happened in the beginning of our show.
Sure. So you guys are in the Pinterest Estates. You took a job to go and maybe take out this swarm that's taking over the east side of the town. Maybe not. Maybe just steal the thing you need from that side of the town. Maybe get some letters for a noble that wants some personal effects. Either way, you guys spent the night in town. The healers went off and healed a bunch of people. Made a big difference. Helped a lot of folks. Good job. Kudos. Karma points. After that, Riz locked the door of the Vardo and went off to look for a guard captain. And then after not finding that guard captain, decided to find a bunch of people who were near death and put them out of their misery. Finding out that this was basically fuel to summon a god to talk to, and then that god gave them a tiny little tidbit of information. Then they had a good cry, hugged their horse, and
Was
went
it
to
a
bed.
good cry?
Hashtag worth
It was an ugly cry.
It was an ugly cry. Had an ugly cry, hugged their horse, and went to bed. The next day, you all have all headed to the administration offices in town. You've gotten a map of the sewers, and you have now taken a look at the bug bomb, which is the device that they have put together to kill the largest hive in the city, that they're going to pay you to do. And while looking over this bomb, Lovette made a bit of an oopsie and said a verboten name. And that's where we'll pick up.
No, I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Never happened.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Nice bluff.
Yeah.
That is my upcoming bluff for my potential response if someone says something about
Okay.
that.
So the moment passes, and it's almost like the administrator just didn't hear you.
Okay.
And keeps going about their job.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna do the same. Definitely didn't say anything worth. It's a first name. It's whatever.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Fira.
Yeah.
You know, Fira, Fira.
And let's be honest, what Veras aren't insect experts?
Oh, they're gonna say. Let's be honest. What is Lovette saying anyway?
Right.
Makes sense.
Oh, people outside the party just.
It's so small and so Parthese.
but like a
There's
little
so
bit
much
village
phlegm.
too.
It also has that steam isle.
Gnomish aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of phlegm in their voice.
That's good.
That was good. Well,
I have been practicing.
do you think Archie could fit in the sewers?
Do the sewers have vertical dimensions in the map?
No.
Let's shrug.
Who knows?
Well, I guess we're gonna find out now, aren't we? Oh, is there
Maybe
anything
no.
else we needed to grab while we were here?
Kurla will ask the official if there are any sort of houses of healing or any sort of infrastructure for that they wouldn't have, that they missed or wouldn't have heard about when they were moving about the previous day.
For like the downtrodden and poor?
For anyone, just what is the healing infrastructure in this city like for any of the populace?
I mean, there used to be a temple on the east side of town where people could seek help and get, healing services if they needed.
But the
But
east side of
that-
town is gone.
But that side of town is kind of foobar, and the temples over there are no longer accessible. So there's not really a whole lot on the west side of town for that. So I guess the short
Yeah,
answer
you
is
just
no.
gotta know how to party.
Yeah.
All right.
Those with resources and access to private, like healers and people for hire have access to healing. But no, The common citizenry here do not.
Yeah, this is sounding eerily familiar. Joke about American healthcare. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, okay. I was
Sounds
like,
a lot
I don't know if Pollyanna would have that issue. I don't know.
It's like, oh, I'm getting sick. I have to spend my entire wage on some health potions. Sounds
Yeah,
about right.
Exactly.
They are stupidly expensive, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and they only take a little bit to make. It's the health potion industry that's trying to.
It's the health potion insurance. It's that middleman that stands in the way and just jumps everything up.
Petravian will tap Riz on the shoulder, and just like, and he points to the sewer. Any monsters in the sewer?
Oh, are there any bears in the sewer?
I'm not aware of any bears in the sewer.
Are you sure there aren't bears in this sewer?
Dire bells. Dire bells? Dire Wolverine.
I've never heard of a dire bear or a dire wolverine living in
Is
the
there
sewers
anything
here.
bad in the sewer that we have to worry about?
Diarrhea
What do you-
bears.
Diarrhea. That's about it.
Cholera. Cholera's in there.
Riz just looks at Petravian and has this look of, you make me look like an idiot. Why?
It takes Petravian looks on the desk to see if there's a pen and paper, or pen, a quill and parchment.
He's not here yet.
Yeah. There are ink pens. Those exist.
And he'll
But-
point to see if he can grab that. He'll see if he can grab that.
The
and,
administrator looks at you like you're...
He can't
Kind of.
talk, just so you know. Sorry. He's asking if he can borrow a pen and paper for a moment.
I can give you that.
He sort of just thinks for a moment and then takes out a sheet of paper, lays it down, sets a pen on it, slides it across the table.
Write your wisdom.
writes out
Monsters?
slimes.
I mean, paper's not cheap.
Slimes or goo or things that could kill us in
God,
the
I'm
sewer.
so glad I'm the only one who can read your writing.
I like to. I was just imagining when he writes down just slimes, and Riz is just like,
Clue?
Are there any slimes in the sewer or anything worrisome that we would have to worry about?
It's just
Why
a
do you need
sewer.
a translator of your writing things
The worst thing down there is probably the fumes.
I don't know if he can read Petravian's writing. After all, the honey only works for your voices and ears. You didn't point at me. There you go.
The honey, you say.
Anyways, thank you very much. This will be all. I hope you have a wonderful day. You are a wonderful person. Can we go now?
No?
So who's carrying the egg?
Archie.
Petravian? Oh, Archie,
Okay.
once we are outside.
Okay. So Petravian takes it outdoors, and then Archie...
You're too
Why are
bad
you
you can't talk,
standing
bitch.
Let's take a real egg. Look more careful.
What is this?
It's full of caustic acid.
What is its function?
It is meant to kill insects.
I understand.
Maybe someone else if he doesn't chill the fuck out.
Would you like me to carry this?
Yeah, I think you'll be gentle enough with it, Archie. Be very careful.
I understand. It will be carried carefully.
I trust you.
And he's going to reach down, pick it up very carefully, and hold it in one hand. Follow
Alright.
behind your party.
So we're heading to the westmost side to enter into the sewers, per Petravian's request.
All right, so you head over to the west side of town, and you find this entrance to the sewers. Basically, it's a water access point. So this part of the town is the clean water entryway. So this is like the cleanest, freshest part of the water in the town.
Oh boy. It's only gonna get worse from here.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, if you still got one of those masks handy, I might actually take it off your hands.
Well, no, but I can make some now. They're made out of biodegradable material.
Let's see. If we head north, I think that will be a quicker route than heading south.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And Archie is fitting in the sewers just fine. I kind of.
Archie will not be able to fit through the grate into the sewer.
Oh, well,
Once
I
you're
can
down
use...
into the sewer, you can like summon him to you.
Yes.
But at that point, he would have to squeeze through parts of the sewer,
Okay.
even down there.
Yeah, I like what? How well does he fit? Is he able to stand up?
No,
Okay.
he'll have to crawl.
I might just ball him up and ask Petra to carry the egg.
sorry, you're the strongest of us. I mean, look at
Oh, no, I got it, Petra. I'll just take it. I'll carry it.
Do you want to try to carry that, Lovette?
Andrew, I think you're also the strongest.
All right, so I will make a check. I realize it's kind of a meta question to ask, but so I don't fuck things up accidentally more so than I have.
Mhm.
If I attempt and fail to lift it, is there a chance of me like breaking it?
If you attempt to lift it and fail, there is a chance you'll knock it over.
Oh, well, then I'm not
Whether knocking it over breaks it, I want to leave up to you. Like, I'm going to leave nebulous.
Bro.
I mean,
No.
if failing to succeed means that it can fall over, then that will happen because I won't succeed in whatever check. That's why
What's
I'm
the worst?
asking.
What's the worst that could happen?
Like,
Everything.
Lovette would try to lift it in such a way that she doesn't tilt it. Try to lift from the bottom straight up.
Lift with your legs, not with your back.
Petravian, stop staring at her and just help, please.
Oh, fine.
Look, pretty princess. Okay, you've got the muscles to do
Okay, I have. Yes, I know, but I have a little bit of a thing about carrying something that will potentially
We could always
end the
wash your
existence.
hands in the sewage before we go up.
It's not the. I don't like the idea of carrying something that could end the lives of all these wonderful little insects.
Yeah, so I'll just do it myself. I'll have someone else do. You make a good point, Petravian. It's the
Fine,
rest of
I
us
will
are
carry it.
basically not hard.
I can carry it, maybe.
Kurla,
No.
who's 95 pounds soaking wet, is just going to kind of give Petra a look.
Why
as
are
if to
you in
say,
the water?
It's a figure of speech
Oh.
referring to how small they are and how meager in stature, meaning like Petravian.
I hate the idea of it, but yes, I will carry it.
Aren't you resistant to acid?
Oh, I don't care about it killing me. I just don't like the idea that it might kill all the bugs.
Could you maybe
Insects.
like try and care a
It's
little bit
plan
more
B.
about killing you? Because
Yeah, no, I mean it's plan B. We're not necessarily going to set that off. I
Okay.
don't know what I would do with it if we don't, though. Where do you think these fuels go?
Hmm?
Well, the
I'm
map
just saying-
just kind of has it going out, so it's a possibility that it goes out to another
No.
water source.
Yeah, another water source is just as bad. Okay, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, let's just
I could
carry it.
disintegrate
and-
it.
No, it might prove useful at some point.
That's not really my thinking, but I think, but disintegrating it might cause a failsafe to go off.
Mhm.
Sorry. It sounded like a funny noise. Anyways, let's start heading north. Let's go. And
Your
so
group,
we make our way.
your group heads northeast along this sewer tunnel, where you come to the area where it is much larger and built up underneath one of these noble estates. From there, you head further east, and you come to another access point. There's a tunnel off to the side leading to a ladder, that goes back to the surface. From here, you continue east and go toward the center of town. That's where you would like to head.
Yeah.
Okay.
For now.
As you head east, you come a little further, and you find the area has been blocked. There is what almost looks like a cave-in. There's a massive amount of stone debris, and it's blocking the entire sewer way. It looks like the water can still pass through, like, between the rocks, but there's no way that people are fitting through this.
Gotta
Well,
slog all the way back.
either I can make an explosion to make it go away, or I can use a disintegrate spell.
I mean, if we're talking about excavation, I could take care of that as well.
Really?
Oh, sure, I can make all sorts of digging things.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that might be the better way to go and have that shored up so that we can come back this way if we need to.
Sure, I mean, like, not having to use spells for a day. Well, part of a day in case I do need to use it. You know what I mean. Thank you, thank you.
Just looking. I thought I could make a dire badger. I mean, I can make. I'll. How big of a cave-in are we looking? Is it like somebody really strong could lift and move the rocks, or would it absolutely require digging?
You could probably dig through it. As you're like examining this tunnel, it looks like there was some sort of controlled explosion in here, purposefully to like seal the tunnel off.
Oh, I see. Then maybe we do not want to do that. Is there any other exits nearby?
The nearest one is further to the west, like back up that access tunnel.
Right.
Well, we don't have any other good options here. It looks like if we remove the rocks here, the soil might use it to get through.
But they literally said they do not come down here.
Well, maybe this is why.
Well, the question is, should we check the other side and see if that's blocked off, or just go for it on the outside and try to run really fast to the next area on the map?
I think we should go around to here, points to the southern portion, to see if that area is blocked off. And barring that, we could possibly follow this exit route to where it's being let out and follow it back up. I mean, theoretically, it shouldn't be used. It should be just, water flowing. It should be nothing flowing out of that section.
If the other route is not blocked, then there's no problem with moving the rocks here.
Okay.
So, go back?
Do we have anything we could cast to clear the wall again if that's needed?
Not on my end. I'm only really good at destroying things.
I just noticed these red lines. The red lines, is that those are the caves? Those are the controlled.
Yeah, I'm marking those down as like the
thank you.
blockages. There's probably more than that, but this is the ones.
Okay.
So we could head
We'll
south
nearby.
from here then, right
Yeah, let's. Oh, nope.
Oh.
Never mind.
Yeah.
now? Oh. So there's just all blockages here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they basically tried to they've blocked off the east side of the town, so that nothing from the east side can make it through.
Well, there's our
You know-
magical answer.
I mean, I could check what's on the other side and come back and tell everyone.
Oh, that's right.
It's true.
Go for it.
Sure.
Alright. I mean, I feel like this is something that could come in a handy.
Kurla, you could make a
Not
stone wall,
okay.
correct?
Hey, but I don't think that it lasts all that long, and that's a question for you, Beardy. It's
Does it not? I thought it just doesn't last because you always throw it in the path of something that's immediately already knocking it down.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Stone shield, Beardy. What? I'm just looking now. A thick, 1 inch thick slab of stone springs up from the ground. Da 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 da. Doesn't mention how long. Duration 1 round.
Right. So it lasts for 6 seconds,
Okay.
and then it's pretty much just fades away into nothingness.
Then. No, that fades away into nothingness after a few seconds.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I can't see a version. Even if I went and checked the other side, I can't see a version of this where it changes anything. Like, if every scenario in which I determine that it's safe to go through here, that's what we do. And then every scenario in which it's not safe to go through here,
Mm-hmm.
wasn't what?
I mean, the other option is, again,
If it's
crawling
not safe
up the
in
other
there,
end.
it's not safe on the surface.
Absolutely.
So,
Hmm.
this is our best bet.
Yep.
Don't you agree? Unless, I mean, I guess I'm making some assumptions. Perhaps the surface is not as bad. But,
Well, I think your best bet is to go through there and see what's. I mean, maybe go a little bit down the way, go around, take the map with you, go the way.
So-
Nothing
can you
can
take
hit
the
you, right?
maps with you?
If you're home.
if I block us, if I got us through here but blocked us back in, could someone get us back out?
I mean, theoretically, once we dispel the swarm, we could just be on top.
That's
And if nothing else, once we're on the other side, we could take this exit route and just all the way out all the way out to the other end.
So we move the rocks and create a scenario in which we either succeed or die.
Yes.
I like it. Alright, okay.
I'm gonna flip a switch, and down the tunnel are gonna come 4 dire gorillas, 4 mechanical dire gorillas, and I'm gonna command them to start moving rocks out of the way.
Okay. And those are going to last for a couple minutes. 16 minutes.
Yeah, 60 minutes. So I imagine a good amount of time, and if not long enough, then I've got a good number. I got 16 casts, so I think that I could probably get through this rubble.
All right.
There we are. There we are.
I do love the fact that no one even checked before.
How's
Like,
that,
you
Cass?
could have phased through that and looked, right?
Yeah, but I could have, but I if the phase works
beautiful.
on the swarm, I might want it more later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind
Okay.
of my thinking.
So a little time is going to pass, and you make a little bit of a dent in the blockage. So you summon more, and I'd say on the 3rd or 4th round of this, they finally managed to break through and expose, to the other side of this. And you're
I should say, if anything comes through, I want to close it, plug it back.
Yeah.
So you open it up, and the first thing that you notice is like a sense of like change of smell. Like this air is going to rush in from the other side, and it's going to smell like just sort of like decay and actual like really pretty nasty sewage smell.
That's
Comes
it.
out. There's already a sewage smell down here, by the way, but this is like stuff decaying on top of that.
Bet
So
it.
it's a pretty heady musk is coming through
Mm.
here. And
Yum.
It's enough to kind of twist everyone's stomach,
Oh.
except Kurla.
Curly, you got
Kurla's,
one of those
Kurla's
bubble
quite
things.
immune to that.
Sorry, what'd you say, Petravian?
One of those bubble things. That sounds like shit.
I
Nothing,
mean,
no physical things come through.
it's not,
Not
gonna
yet,
last.
no.
Not
Just
yet.
long
Is
enough
it
for you there, mate.
any buzzing noises?
Make a perception check.
Yes.
I would love
I
to.
shall.
Yes, would love to.
I'm actually rolling good today. I shouldn't have said that, but whatever.
27.
29.
31.
All right.
15.
So you all listen, and you don't immediately hear any buzzing sounds right off the bat. Just this terrible smell coming through.
Alright.
Oh.
So,
Don't open your mouth.
Too late. Ah.
so, are you going to leave these big guys back here and we're gonna see us back up, just to be safe?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Alright. Let's go.
Climb through the hole.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Alright.
immediately get torn to shreds by fucking insects. I'm terrified right now.
So you climb through, and what you see on the other side is a very dark tunnel leading off to the north, and then there's also a turn going off to the east. And inside, the water here has almost dried out completely. It's much shallower on this side, and a lot of stuff is sort of dried and like caked to the bottom of this tunnel in the middle of the sewer pipe, because it's a walkway on either side with kind of a channel in the middle for the water to flow through, and that water has all but completely dried out. So it's just at this point it's kind of this thick,
Just the poop crevice.
sticky like tar almost in the middle.
Delicious.
It appears to be moving. Just ever
The
so
tar
slightly.
is?
Yeah, it's just sort of moving around a little bit down there. It's hard to see
Grem is
exactly
gonna
what it
fucking
is.
cry from this. Jesus Christ. I'm shitting in my boots right now, and I know what I just said.
This is the place to do it.
Don't light any torches or anything.
I'm cast light, flip on my little switch, look around.
You cast light. Okay.
I feel like I'm making only bad decisions. Someone else do something.
All right. So you cast light, and it's going to illuminate this nice little beacon of light. It's going to come off of your gauntlet, and you're going to see on the sides of the tunnel, as well as all along the channel in the middle. You see that it's covered in things. They start to chitter and move. As you've illuminated the area in light, they've realized you're there. And
Shiver and cry a little bit.
They're covering pretty much every square inch of this tunnel. And what's going to happen is, as soon as they realize that there's someone there, the walls are it's almost as if just this mist starts coming off the walls as all of these things start detaching and flying toward you.
Okay,
Millions
so I
of them.
assume that this has happened quicker than we have been sealed in. Do we have time to get back?
What's that?
Can we go back and plug the hole?
Yeah, you
Or
can try
we've
to
been
go back and
sealed?
plug the hole. Yeah, you can try.
I mean, I'm not going to sit peek this time because I'm not going to do that until everyone else does.
So what's everyone else doing?
Trying not to throw up still as a person over here. Oh, my stomach hurts.
I'm having such a good time.
I know you are a piece of shit. Oh, what do we want to do? Like, out. Oh my god. What do we want to do? I don't feel so good. Oh.
God, I don't know how I could do this mechanically, but I kind of want to. I want to channel, like, I want to channel Maleficra to try to convince them, hey, don't eat us.
I'm just wishing I had a flamethrower, but I need archers.
I just want to cast Flame Strike on all of it, but I'm not
Right.
going to. I'm just going to hold
Burn
back.
it all.
Burn it all.
The best place to put fire is in a area completely filled with methane.
Yeah. No. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh my god.
I said I want to, not that I'm going to.
Should we leave? Should we go in a different way? What are we doing?
I vote as a player for going back through the hole, plugging it, finding a different route.
I am useless as
Yeah.
a person right now. I'm so sorry.
So,
But how's Rick
so,
doing?
so,
They're fine,
So-
I'm sure.
as you guys are backing out of that tunnel, Lovette, like, I mean, you were in the front of this. You were the first one to crawl in
Yep.
and lit the area. So as you're kind of crawling backward, you're noticing like these things are like getting up on your hand and your arms, and they're landing on you, and they really like you get a look at them, and they look individually, at least these ones, look like really big mosquitoes. Now, I'm not saying like mythologically giant like sturges or something like that. They are still mosquitoes. They're just really big, probably like an 1.5 inch long mosquito, and they're just starting to like land all over your arms and face, and they're starting to bite you.
Wishing I had 4 arms right now.
I'm good. I'm so good, fam.
What do you mean? This is just like being up north.
Yeah, this is
It's like
yeah,
camping.
It's
just
just like being in
mosquitoes. It's just like
Florida.
camping.
This
Yeah.
is what I get for eating dinner during break.
Anywhere where there's stagnant water, it's mosquitoes.
Mm-hmm.
So you back out of the area, and this cloud of mosquitoes keeps pouring through, and it's basically going toward anything with a warm body. And who is sealing the entrance with what?
Gorillas with rock they're already holding.
Gorillas.
All right. So your gorillas are going to start putting the rocks back as best they can, and after a short time, the trickle or the flow of mosquitoes has been reduced to a trickle. However, I'm imagining like Lovette's very much just like slapping their arms, trying to get these things off of them, and the rest
I've
of
got
you are
my
also having to
wings.
deal with this now too. Yeah, these things are pretty nasty, and they bite particularly hard for a mosquito. So I'm going to go ahead and roll some damage here. Not all that much. Oh, even less than I imagined. Lovette, you take 1 point of damage from that.
Okay.
So,
Still really
you lucked
unhappy
out.
about it. See, I don't know what Lovette's feelings on mosquitoes are, because I can't imagine there's many of them in the Steam Isle. I don't feel like it would even mosquitoes would manage it very well.
Yeah.
But Grem fucking hates the things, and I'm like traumatized right now. I'm like,
So-
I don't want these things on my baby.
So Lovette now has a lot of mosquito bites
Yeah.
on her arms and face.
So, anybody want to make a? Let's go make some like beekeeper things,
What?
outfits, beekeeper outfits. Have you ever seen these things?
They're not bees, they're mosquitoes. Look.
Do you
Oh,
think
same
they'll have
fucking
that
different-
available at this town, Petravian?
You get some netting, you get some heavy cloth.
Mm-hmm.
What?
No, you're welcome to do that. I'm sure it will work exactly how you think with the mechanics of this world.
I mean,
Creative, but I'm not sure if they have fine enough nets for that.
Yes, Vera's greatest enemy.
What was
bee
that,
suit.
Lovette? I didn't quite catch that.
Can you make the itching stop?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Kurla will just like give Lovette a quick tap and I guess cure light wounds. Beardy, would that do the job?
I guess
So-
Cure Light Wounds will
I don't
remove.
have anything weaker than
It's,
that.
it's about the weakest thing you've got.
Can
So yeah,
I
go ahead and
That's what an
go ahead and throw out a
infection
Cure Light
basically.
Wounds.
Alright.
Allergic reaction?
Yes, allergic reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
I
it's-
get welts when I get mosquito bites. Like they're just big
Yeah.
and I scratch them and then I get scabs.
Yeah, then you like make yourself bleed.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, stop doing that, and you're like, no.
But it's so itchy and I try to itch around it and then I'm causing cuts in my skin around the the bug bites because I'm trying to avoid the bug bites and then I'm just bloody.
No, I like the
Alright.
image where it's. Do you want any anti-itch cream? No thanks. And it's a picture of like the mosquito bite with the 2 finger nail like marks in it, making an X. Has anyone done that?
No?
Ah,
Mm-mm.
it works wonders. It's horrible for you.
All right.
I know
So
you mean.
Lovette, you are hit with a Cure Light Wounds, and all of the mosquito bites vanish off your body.
Oh, thank you. You're so much better. It was just really hard to focus.
Nah, it's alright. It was not a bad idea, but we're gonna have to find a different way in, I think.
Yeah, but what are we going to do? I feel only Mal justifies it itself. This is going to be worse. I mean, I could start oscillating and check the bell. Doesn't smell as bad when I am doing that.
I mean, what if you were to phase through? They can't get you then. I mean, how long does that last?
10 minutes. That is the problem. Is it is only 10 minutes. When we are in the middle
I mean,
of a fight.
how many mosquitoes could be down there?
I'm not thrilled at the idea of you going on too far ahead, even if you are vibrating, oscillating, whatever it is that you do in private. I'm not sure, but I'm not too keen on you being out there by yourself and not being able to make it back if something goes wrong.
I don't want you without us.
Okay. I mean, I wasn't. It wasn't like a. It's just because I have that ability. I was planning on coming back.
I just worry, I guess.
Well, I mean, what's next then?
Well, I don't know, sit down and cry a little bit.
Oh, I already did that.
What?
What? I mean, but
Well,
this
we have the exit through this way still, and we could go out of the sewers, because I think this might be above the wall. Maybe, I can't remember what the wall shape is in comparison to what the sewers look like right now.
The wall shape is on this map.
Is it?
No.
It doesn't
It's
have
just
the
the walls.
crissy-cross. No,
What wall
the
shape?
gross
that
wall.
wall.
The quarantine wall's not on the map.
Oh, the quarantine
on the sewer
wall.
map.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
The entrances that you can access in this sewer are all on the safe side of town.
Yeah, so that's basically where the quarantine wall is, like, just in front of that.
I hate this place. I get why Vera wanted to ruin it. It sucks here.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't think he was always like this, Rayson.
Go ahead.
I am having a day.
Oh yeah, me too. Trust me.
So we literally have to go through here for the safest way to go in. This is like the only option.
So, a thought, and I don't want to, but
What if we just explode the rocks and everything inside just goes in flames?
okay. So, just spitballing here. So, they were fine chilling on the walls, right?
Yeah.
Before the light went in there, right?
Wait, okay. I mean,
So,
yes.
maybe we just hang out.
Wait for them
Maybe
to
they'll chill out in
settle.
there.
Okay.
I can see perfectly fine down in there. Anybody else? Everybody else can see in the dark, right? Except for you, Lovette, right? Well,
I mean, I guess.
So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in, and we're gonna be real quiet, like, and you're just gonna hand on our backs. We're just gonna walk forward, and we're just gonna avoid touching anything, and just be real quiet.
Petravian, do I really need to point out that your armor and UNF is not the quietest thing in the world, especially when you're actively trying to be quiet?
That notwithstanding, try is the key here.
And you try so good.
I mean, insects go on like
Why
light
didn't you
sources,
just
not
talk to
vibration.
them? You could just say, "Please, we're just trying to go through here peacefully. We're
Okay,
not going to hurt
I was
you."
thinking about that.
But you didn't do it.
Yeah, because
This is like
I'm
good
not the
testing
swarmonger.
ground.
Oh, if you want to try that, if you want to try any real things, you can be in front this time. I don't want any more
Fine.
buttons.
You are the malevolent here.
Fine.
I'm not there
Well, then,
yet.
they were bees. I just want to say they weren't.
Mellifera's like all insects, right? They're all the same.
No, I mean, if that was the case, what didn't the glitter, the beetles?
Well, I don't think mosquitoes are beetles, so that's probably still. I
They're
mean,
not
Vera's
bees,
the one
though.
who summoned all this shit, so it's probably Mellifera.
I mean, they did say it wasn't Mellifera's fault, so
But
So
it might have been Vera abusing somebody's powers.
yeah, so I think we should chill here for a little bit, let everything settle on the inside, and try again.
Alright.
well, option 2, you could put everyone in the box, and then I could oscillate, take the box with me, unload it where we are going.
Huh.
You know what?
That's not
I
the
like the
worst
idea.
thing. But you have to promise to have some sort of way to tell us that you're in danger, if you ever are.
I mean, if I tap on the box, you will know.
I mean, aside that's a really good option.
Doesn't that
But-
It's expensive, not financially, but I mean, if we're going to get into a scuffle, I will be down some very valuable resources.
doesn't that plan kind of presuppose that in that however long you've got while you're oscillating, you can find a place to open the box that's safe for Azel to come out again? And isn't it just gonna be swarm after swarm wherever you go in there?
How
I mean,
long?
how confident are you that you can find a clear area within whatever that time window is?
Do you want like a relative scale or like a percentage?
Surprise me.
53% for something like that.
I'm not sure I, care for those odds particularly. I don't know about the rest of you. It's a good idea, but I'm worried that you're just gonna get there, not find a safe place, and then you're gonna get killed, and we're not gonna be able to help you.
Well, I mean, the odds, I can move pretty. I don't normally say I can move quickly, but if I can go through walls and I can fly, I can find a room. But you're right, I don't know, I don't really have any idea if there are insects swarming every single room and every single building in there. Then yes.
I mean, they're mosquitoes, right?
Yeah, but it's really itchy. I don't want.
I mean, can I carry the thing?
Haven't you been?
No,
Are we talking about the egg or the box?
The box. I mean, Beardy, did any land on me and try to bite me?
Yeah, there was some mosquitoes that sort of attacked everyone a little bit, but they didn't do any real damage to anyone except Lovette, and even then it was only 1 point.
You know, I think honestly, of anybody here, I think I might be able to weather a bunch of insects, a bunch of mosquitoes.
I mean, I didn't really feel like they were gonna kill me anytime soon. It just was.
It's just kind of gross.
It's really unpleasant.
Well, how fast can you drop that box to put us in, Lovette?
I mean, really, I can just send us right there whenever. It takes, I have to use up a teleport pad to bring us there, and one to bring us back.
Alright. So, we go and we see if we can handle it. If not, the three of us go in to your little box. Petravian takes it, he hustles, and while we are inside, Kurla heals us, and then we can pop out when Petravian gives us a signal by tapping us or something.
And I could just keep slapping myself, healing myself as I go, so I
Oh, so
can
you've been
do that for a
slapping some
while.
mosquitoes.
Yeah, exactly. And
Are
maybe
we-
I could talk to him.
Savvy with... Okay. Are we savvy
I
with this plan?
Well, I see why you think like the other plan, because now I feel like we are throwing Petravian out to dry, but I see like this will just be circular. So I guess so.
Petravian? Do you feel like we're throwing you out to dry?
I suggested it.
You could have just said, not at all, Riz.
No, not at all, Riz.
Wow, look at that. They
Are
kind
you
of reach
sure?
up and just gently pat your face. Please do
Aw.
not be a martyr. Just the
Yeah.
bridge, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
We are going to need you, Petravian. So don't do anything that could get yourself, removed.
Vera's gonna fucking kill us if you die, so
She was
we're
bloody
dead
upset.
if you're gone, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm getting stung the shit up, I'll maybe I could contact Mellifera. Maybe give me some advice.
Gods, pray as hard as you fucking can.
You got it.
Why would you do that right now before we go?
Yeah, just a quick little station. How do you pray to Mellifera?
Like this. Petravian closes his eyes, kind of clenches his fist, and calls out, "Sister."
Your reception's really bad. Are you in a tunnel?
So you feel the connection between you and Mellifera here. However, you're not able to pull out any specific words. Just the presence. It's almost like something's blocking that. You're not really sure why.
Okay. I feel them here, but
Well, okay,
connection.
so
I'm not saying we're on our own, but I think we can handle
Until-
this.
we might just be able to all deal with it too. I mean, it wasn't that deadly. It just
I mean, still itches like fuck, so why don't we
Yes.
just,
You got this, big guy.
let's roll.
Well, Kurla will take a few steps up to Petravian. Right, just do you consent to me doing a couple of things before, to help you
Of course.
endure this? Right, Kurla will start muttering under their breath and moving their hands in various motions as they cast a few spells on you. They're going to throw an air bubble around your head, so this, by snapping their fingers right in front of your face, this bubble of fresh air will appear around you, giving you a little bit of respite from the stench. You're also going to start feeling a little bit more buff, a little bit more hardy as they cast Bear's Endurance on you.
Ooh, nice, nice.
And finally, they're not sure about this one. They're not sure if it will help you all that much, but they're also going to do a healing spell they haven't used in quite some time, which is Remove Sickness, which should make you feel a little bit better about all the horrible stench, and maybe if you get any bug bites or insect bites, it will give you a hand not getting sick from them.
Nice.
So, thus prepped by Kurla. Kurla will kind of step back and then just slap you on the shoulder gently. Well, good luck. We're all counting on you.
I know that reference. I like that.
Yeah, thought you
All
were.
right. So, does the rest of the party load up into the planar box there?
Yeah.
And the other question is, where is the bug bomb going? Is Petravian going to be holding that and the box, or is the box?
No, might as well go inside the box. There's definitely.
Okay.
I mean, the box has. What is it, like
A
25
lot of
square feet or something like that?
Yeah. A decent amount of space.
So how is this working? It's you're putting everyone inside a box, but Petravian's carrying it.
Interdimensional box?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lovette's lab workshop.
But how is Petravian getting to the other side?
The gorillas will.
So we're gonna move
Okay.
the rocks, get in the
Mhm.
box, and Petravian's gonna be the best quarterback he's ever been.
Yep. So, tuck that box under an arm and just push his way through.
Yup.
Step 1, rock. Step 2, box. Step 3, I
Profit.
Socks?
something else. Yeah, I didn't come up with something else that's right.
Yeah.
You ruined it.
Fast
All right.
socks on Petravian. Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Are we ready to?
Just so
attempt
we're
this plan?
clear, which is the estates that I'm headed towards? The one to the far to the north,
Well, it depends.
east or northwest?
What's
or
your
north,
objective?
Do we want to
To
just
go-
set the bug bomb, or do we just want the items for our machine? What do we want to do first?
Oh, we're going to the swarm, to the heart of the swarm first.
All right, if you're going to the heart of the swarm, you're gonna head off to the south.
I went ahead and circled it.
Oh, okay,
Thank you.
That one. I know. I definitely had the map on the correct area.
Whoops.
All right. So the
All right.
northeast.
Correct.
Yes.
All right.
Never eat soggy waffles, kids.
And then where was
Petravian
the
slams
one
down
that has
everything.
the
It's the,
the
north,
parts?
I believe.
Yeah,
So
the
very
one that has
tippy
the
top.
north is the estate to the north. That is the Horus Vistal estate. The one to the northeast is the Ve'eni estate, and that's going to be the one that has the Heart of the Swarm as well as the
Heart of the
box
swarm.
of letters.
Heart of the swarm.
So, good luck.
Let's go.
Like it.
All
Let's
right.
rock.
I got this.
Well, Travian,
Mm-hmm.
you hold up this box. Everybody else teleports inside of it into this pocket dimension, and you are left in this sewer by your lonesome, except for a couple of mechanical gorillas that are currently unplugging this this blockade, this blockage, this barricade.
You can run
What
like
would you like to do?
60 feet a turn. Every 6 seconds, you can run like 60 feet, right?
He just throws the cube in the sewer and leaves. It's like fucking
He's like,
finally.
I'm done.
I've been waiting for
I'm
so
done with
long for
them.
this moment.
I can finally
So-
just have
gone.
me and Vera time alone forever.
Petra holds the cube up to his face as just as planned and throws the cube.
Really should have cast Blessing of Fervor on you as well to get you that speed boost. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Petravian will climb through and trying to be as calm, moving as quickly as possible through the sewers towards that destination.
Honestly, he's pretty cold-blooded compared to most of us, so at least it probably won't bother the mosquitoes as much.
I mean, I figured an AC of 20,
I think armor class
what
matters
is it?
to a mosquito.
30, 80, sorry,
Yeah, I was
AC
gonna
of
say.
33.
I was
If
gonna
that
say,
was
if
ours,
you're in the
then
goddamn
use it.
20s still, I swear to God.
AC of 33, I'm thinking, the mosquitoes may
think
not
that-
get...
Do you think the AC bothers a mosquito? Come on.
They get into places.
They get into places, man.
Yeah, I mean, the same way that a rogue or someone can use Dex to hit you when you have that AC.
All right. So, Petravian, you squeeze back through this passage, and you come out on the other side. And you're using your dark vision to see, so you're not emitting any kind of light source, but you do see that there is still a lot of stuff flying around, fluttering from the previous activity. You start to walk through this area, and every footstep is just this sickening crunch as you're walking.
How deep? Wait, how deep is that? I'm guessing that's sludge. You said, right?
Well, I'm assuming you wanted to
No.
walk on the walkways, not in the muck. Did you want to
Yeah,
walk
on
in
the
the muck?
walkways. No.
You tell me, where did you want to walk?
You don't want to walk anywhere. That's
Yeah,
the
I don't want to
idea.
walk in the muck because then if I fall through it, game over. So we're gonna walk. We're gonna start crunching some insects.
Okay, so as you're walking along the pathway on the side of this trench, like I said, every step is just this kind of crunch. It sounds like you're walking on peanut shells. The amount of little like beetles and various it's not just beetles and mosquitoes. Like it is this crazy collection of everything here. It makes no sense.
Centipedes and
These things should not be living in one spot like this, but they are. And you're walking through this tunnel, and every step is just crunch, crunch, crunch. And the mosquitoes are not being drawn to you in like massive amounts, but they are definitely landing on you, and they're biting you. So every so often, hit yourself with a lay on hands, and you can pretty much make decent progress through the sewer doing it like this. So I figure probably 1 or 2 lay on hands would be enough to counteract any of the major damage done. So my question is, where are you heading?
Heading to the circled estates. Banging that Roger, and then going towards the T to that section there, and then heading up
Roger?
I was wondering who
interesting-
you're banging.
Interesting way to say the estate on the east side. That's fine.
Yes, estate on the northeast side.
You got it. So you make your way the estate on the northeast side. You climb up into that mess, and go ahead and place you on
lay
a
on
map.
hands. Lay on hands. 1, 2. Sorry. There we go. All right. What do I see?
Petravian, you find yourself. You find yourself at the end of this spot. There's effectively a service tunnel going up, and if you look up, you can see this kind of weird horseshoe shape at the top of a shaft going up.
Okay.
And you think that you're looking at the underside of a privy.
Okay then. Can I fit through that privy?
Yeah, you can try to climb out. Yeah. Give me a climb check.
Great. You got it.
It's covered in bugs, but
Climb check.
Don't you mean insects?
No.
No, these are distinctly Hymenoptera. No, Hemiptera.
17.
All right.
That is pretty good for you.
It's
So
a
what
-1.
happens- And so what happens, Petra, is that you make your way through this, you just wrenching yourself up with the power of your upper body strength, and you end up climbing out of the privy and sort of flop onto the ground and stand up, and you're covered in dead insects all over your body. Like, you're covered in muck and slime. You smell like an outhouse, but you find yourself here in a privy. Now, I realize there's not much to look at, but you find yourself in a 1-by-1 room with a single door.
All right.
Yeah.
To the left.
Right now,
Up and to the
before I
left.
do anything,
Thanks.
I'm gonna cast Earth Sense. I'm gonna
Left side.
use my Tremor Sense. See if I'm opening up a door into some nastiness.
Sure thing.
To see.
All right. So you use Earth Sense, and I'm going to say that you can use this. I mean, you gain Tremor Sense, so you're going to be able to tell where things are that are touching the ground, and it is an overwhelming amount of sensory data that you're just putting into your brain, because if you're detecting every like swarm or thing like that around,
It is just like
then
everything.
it's everything, and it's all over the place. There are, however, some notable exceptions as well. You get the feeling of humanoids in here too, bipedal people in this building, walking around like
Oh,
normal humanoid footsteps.
Fuck.
So that's interesting.
Okay. So, And it's this is like a 5x5 room
Yeah,
that
you're in
I'm
a
currently
bathroom.
in.
You're in a little
And there's no
bathroom.
bipedals right outside this door, right?
No. They're further away.
All right.
Um,
So I'm gonna creak
Yeah.
this door open.
all right, go ahead and creak that door open, and you see a small room. It is pretty devastated, though.
All right.
It's filled with broken, destroyed furniture. Everything's been chewed upon by millions of tiny mouths. And the room is only about 10 feet by 10 feet. And there's a door leading to the north, a door heading to the east. And then there's a window facing south that is kind of completely blocked with grime. Like just covered in amalgamated gunk, and is
Okay.
no longer able to be seen through.
On the inside or the outside?
Both.
Okay. So I'm gonna take a step out and just peer around the corner there. Okay.
It looks like there's
A
a big enough
Petravian-
space in here that you could summon the rest of your companions.
With my tremor sense and looking in the room, remembering where mentally where everything was, would there be on the outside of the door that's in front of me? Were there bipedals?
No,
The ones to my north.
the humanoid forms were further to the
Way
east.
further away.
Yeah.
Okay. So
further
we're gonna. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna use a perception check and listen at that door to see if I hear anything.
Okay.
24.
You listen at the door and you hear the buzzing of insects, but that's about it.
Nothing
And it's-
terribly loud.
There's sort of just this thrum. It almost reminds you of being in the hive, like back at the hive. Just that sort
Okay.
of thrum that was all over the place of that temple. Just
Okay.
Except there, it almost brought about this sense of calm. It was almost like this nice white noise that sort of filled everything and made everybody kind of just focus a little bit better. Here, it seems to have the opposite effect. Here, it kind of seems to make you a little bit on edge. Like the effect of this buzzing is a little different. Like its mood is
Okay.
somehow not the same as what the temple's
It's
hive
not in
is.
harmony. It's not
I wouldn't-
harmonious.
I don't know if I would say that. I would just say
Okay.
that it's got a different message.
Okay.
Oh, this looks like as good a place as any.
And he'll just take the box and go, knock, knock.
All right. Meanwhile, inside of a pocket dimension, the three of you are
Is this
stand-
your card?
I swear you did that one already, that card.
Well, I could do your fortunes, but like I don't know how fun that would be. And then
What? You guys didn't.
You
Why
hear
is that only like
3 really loud knocks on the
Like
ceiling.
Enough to shake
Bong,
the room.
bong, bong. Enough to shake everyone.
oh,
That's pleasant.
Okay, you can see why this annoys me, right? I told him to do it this time, but you can see why
I thought he was supposed to tap it.
That is what happened when he taps it.
Oh my gods!
Petravian,
Yes.
if you put it up to your ear, you can hear people arguing.
And screaming.
Just hear like old chipmunk voices screaming at each
Just,
other.
just
It's
don't
like
shake
the
it
ocean.
really hard.
Sounds like the Jersey Ocean.
I did it with my throat, though.
Are we playing Animal Crossing now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm really scared.
Oh my god. This is my
Don't
life.
make me knock this thing again.
So, do we leave
Next
then?
campaign, Animal
Yeah.
Crossing RP.
No!
No, thank you.
Oh, burn another teleport as I create the door out back to the outside.
All right. In that case, you appear in a small destroyed room with Petravian.
Oh my god.
I swear to
Does any of you know prestidigitation?
Yes, why? Are you okay?
He gestures to himself.
I mean,
Petravian is
I'm
covered,
covered
in
in shit.
Kurla's just gonna wave their hand and cast Create Water.
Oh,
Thank you.
And-
Now I'm covered in shit and wet.
wet
well-
shit.
Skrewy, I leave it to you to decide how much water, but I can do up to 240 pounds or 32 gallons worth of water
Fucking
just
fire hose
appearing
him.
above you. So I can fire hose you from any direction for 32 gallons worth, if you would like.
32 gallons, but a trinkle the entire time.
Just like with the fingers.
Yeah, just a
just,
dribble.
just so low flow.
Like the
oh.
water torture.
The worst part is a low pressure shower.
Drip.
Ugh.
Just really cold dripping.
I've only got one of these today, but if you really need it now.
No, fine. I just let's.
You do
Okay,
smell
so
fucking awesome,
sit
so-
rep. We are now in the place where the heart of the swarm is supposed to be. So y'all know I can do that whole tremor sense thing. There's bipedal things in this place.
Oh,
Is this
God's
nuts?
fucking Vera!
Why
Oh,
are they
the-
talking so loud then?
Vera.
There's shit in here, and I'm not talking about me.
Well, looks like there's a toilet.
You know,
How did
I'll
you
take
get
out. You know, Scully.
I'm gonna cast my daily prestidigitation, and a tiny little
Thank you.
robot with a tiny little vacuum will climb all over you and vacuum up all the shit.
I really thought the water shower would help.
It's just
Well, whatever's remaining. Because I imagine that the water probably is a surface clean, but does not help with the smell.
yeah.
That's fair.
Between the water and the tiny cleaning robot, Petravian, you have been cleaned off to an okay degree.
Wonderful. So this place is buzzing.
Wait, this place is
I
buzzing.
don't know if
This is
buzzing.
buzzing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
dude.
It kind of seems like a shit.
I don't know if
hole.
y'all are in tune with that kind of stuff, but this feels like how it is in the hive, but it is not the same.
Is this what you and Hama do?
Yeah. We're who
Don't
who has
ask
Hummel at
questions
the
you
moment?
don't want answers to.
Who is carrying
You
Hummel?
know, that's a really good point. It's a fail.
I guess we would have taken him inside. I can be
Yeah.
holding Hummel.
Um,
I pull up the jar and see how he's doing.
How is Hummel doing?
They're fine. It's kind of buzzing
Okay.
around. Trying not to get dinked around.
How you doing, buddy?
How are you doing?
I didn't shake him.
I'm doing pretty
So-
well.
Do you feel like you're feeling what's going on out here, right? You can like sense it. It's not
You
fun
gotta-
out
you
here.
gotta lift- I'll lift the lid. No, now you can talk to him.
What was it?
I lift the lid.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah,
we
I-
lift the lid.
Yeah, I don't like the feeling of this one. This isn't good. Like, this doesn't feel good at all.
You hear the buzz, like it.
What are they saying?
Well, they're not saying anything, but it's definitely angry.
Great.
Like,
It's just like-
all the chemicals, I can like smell the chemicals in the air, and it's just like attack.
Okay. So
Ooh! Boy, I
Can-
am
can
so
you-
excited.
Can you like plug me back up? Cause it is. I
yeah.
don't like this vibe.
Ah.
All right. So I have no idea what's beyond. All I know is there's buzzing beyond from here. So let's go for it, y'all.
Lead the way, brave one.
I mean, wait, what's the plan here?
Don't die.
Don't die. Find the heart of the swarm.
Set it up. Maybe
Try-
find some letters while we're here.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know if we can make it back.
Hey, Riz, see what's on that other door right there.
Oh sure.
Also, I would be very careful to place it in front of somebody, but I should mention the egg is in this room. I can't leave it in my box.
We're
I
gonna
could,
leave
but
it in
would
this
take-
room.
Takes way too many teleports to go back and get it again.
Yeah, that's fine. So you've got the egg, and I'm gonna put the egg down
Okay.
just as the party symbol.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's gonna be where the location of the egg is, and it can be moved by someone with a reasonable strength score with no check.
Reasonable strength. So Petravian.
Yeah, I'd say 10 or above can move it without a check.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. He said reasonable, as in not unreasonable, as in not me.
Yeah. So pretty much anyone but Lovette can move it without any real trouble.
Cool.
Grow would have to roll as well.
He was a really soft boy. I
Dude.
miss him. Anyways, I opened this door because Petravian asked me to.
All right, Riz, you open that door and you find a single square room there. It's a little 5x5. It appears to be a supply closet. It might have at one time held dried goods or something else, but at this point, all it is now is chewed up fiber and a lot of insect droppings, just coating the walls and floor, just smears
Whoa.
of just disgustingness. But
Guys,
everything
you
is
would
just
not believe this.
covered in mildew, and everything is sort of just destroyed and dilapidated in such a terrible way. The last 6 years here have not been kind to this place.
Guess what I found?
More
Absolutely
shit.
nothing.
It's a supply closet.
Well, that's a supply.
And they close it. There you go, I did the thing.
Yay. Okay.
Yay.
All right. Let's
What
do
the
this,
supplies?
folks. Open this door.
All right. Petravian, looking out into the next area, you can see that this at one time might have been like a side entrance to a building or a foyer of some kind. It is currently covered in insects. Amazing, right?
More
you never
insects.
guessed it. Lots of insects in here. They skitter and scurry around. There aren't enough of them to constitute a swarm, but they are kind of flying around and generally being annoying.
Mm.
The door is blocked with a bunch of rubble, and
So
any of the furniture in here has been dilapidated and destroyed over years of insects eating it. There are distressed parts of the floor and walls where it looks like the foundation has maybe not held up so well here without any kind of maintenance and with things actively eating the house. So you get the sense that this place is not structurally sound anymore.
So watch our step.
Yeah, and the floorboards, of course, are also sagging every time you step somewhere.
I will
That's
just
fine.
start playing then. I'll just take off and
Watch
float.
your step as you go through here. I don't think this place is long for this world.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I don't-
carry the egg so that Petravian doesn't have more weight on him.
So I also wanted to wait
That's the part.
a little
Sorry.
bit. So when you guys started moving through the sewers, I don't know if I missed it, did anyone put up a wall at the end to stop things from coming through?
Yeah, the gorillas.
The gorillas.
The girls did?
That was their command.
the
Was
job.
Okay.
It was I go through and then they.
Okay, I wanted to make sure because otherwise things would have been very, very bad.
I don't
Oh,
think we
really?
get paid for that.
Oh, that was clear. That was definitely my intention.
Well, now we've cleared up the air. Congratulations, buzz buzz. Anyways, we keep going. Don't
And we
think
keep
about it.
rolling through 'em.
All right.
It's all taken care of.
So, Petravian, you head into that room. You can see a long hallway that is there to your right.
All right.
It appears to be a lot of guest rooms. All of them are swarming with bugs, and it is just real terrible.
All right.
They keep landing on you or like flying. I mean, you've all dealt with flies where they'll like fly up to your face and
Ugh.
like go up to your ears and eyes, and they'll zzz, you know, it's really terrible. So you're just constantly smacking your face or trying to just wipe them out of your vision. But they
Is that
are
a door to
just
the north?
Can
all
we
over.
assume that I'm bringing this egg with me?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All right. Keep rolling through. All right. I use perception on this door to my north.
Okay,
27.
sure. You hear nothing out of the ordinary coming from that room.
All right. Bloop.
You see another guest bedroom. This one has a destroyed wall on the north side of the room, leading into
That I can
another
walk
area.
Let's
it's
walk
big
through.
enough that you can fit through it.
We're gonna go this way, folks.
All right.
All right,
Climb in.
Petravian, you walk into this area, and this appears to be like a rear foyer storage area.
Okay.
You're able to look north of here and look out of the building into the outside.
I
What
look.
you see out there, Petravian, is a little bit interesting. Looking outside, you see what almost at first you thought was fog or maybe haze. But as you look, it's actually a kind of a brownish color, almost like a thick smog. But as you look, it's moving in unnatural ways. It's like it's moving against the wind. And you realize that it's not so much a haze or a fog, but it's just this massive, incalculable sized swarm that kind of covers the entire area and actually filters out a good amount of light so that it kind of seems almost like late in the evening as far as lighting out here, because they're taking so much of the sun away just by filling up the sky.
Oh, it's murmurating in the air.
Yeah. It's just this sound and this feeling of the air just
Deafening.
vibrating. It's really pretty astounding out there. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
super great. Just
yeah,
wild,
great.
incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get to this
You're-
door.
You're surrounded by a swarm that could strip you to the bone in like
That's
a
hot.
few seconds. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, not without my consent, hopefully.
Ooh, that is a nat 1 for a total of an 11.
Okay. You listen and you hear the same thing you've been hearing, which is
All
a
right.
whole lot of insects, and that's about it.
And open this door up.
Okay, you see a
Just a
long
hallway.
hallway. There are two doors on the right. There's a door on the left. There's a door at the end of the hallway, and then there's also appears to be a staircase further on the left that leads up to the second floor.
Do you want me to check
Um,
this door?
Yes, please.
You got it. Just being wary, I'm gonna also do a perception check on any doors that I'm 30. Gonna check.
Sure. You hear insects
Okay.
and the same buzzing that you're hearing everywhere.
Fuck it.
Okay.
It's a
That connects around to the room you were just in, Riz.
Wow.
To the guest wing. Yeah.
So, just being drawing on an incalculable amounts of precaution, I'm gonna do a perception check to just look down the hallway to see if there's anything that's gonna sag and I'm gonna fall through, if I'm gonna trip over anything.
No, you
For
don't.
14.
You don't see
Nope.
anything out of the ordinary. It looks
Alright.
like a dilapidated hallway, and it's been chewed on by a lot of different things over the last
I'm gonna
6
listen.
years.
I'm gonna listen to this door for a perception of 15.
Same thing. You hear a lot of insects. I mean, it's kind of
Open it up.
everywhere in here. All right. You see what might have at some time been a sunroom or music room. It is
Okay.
destroyed in much the same way as the last rooms have been. Lots of insects scurrying away from you in all directions because there's a lot of them here, but they're not roused to attack you in any great numbers. Aside from, they are attacking you. Let me be very, very clear. You are being attacked by insects, but just not enough of them to actually hurt you.
It's just annoyance.
Just
yeah,
a
it's just
ma-
annoyance.
They attack you
To
with
the point where,
annoyance.
like, if you were to cast a spell right now, I would make you do a concentration check because you are
Ooh,
under the
okay.
effect of a swarm's distraction.
Oh,
But there's
Gonna-
not enough to hurt you.
it's gross. I hate it.
We're gonna check this door for a nat
right.
20.
Petravian, you feel something strange on the other side of this door. You hear footsteps, and you also feel an intense, like a thrumming sound coming from it, like almost like a beating heart, but bigger and deeper and slower.
Petravian puts his hand on the door and just breathes in deep.
No, Eddie.
I think
What's-
we
what's-
found what we
what's
came for.
Are you ready to open the door?
Is it you?
I am.
All right.
Or actually, before, yeah, I am. Let's roll.
No, wait.
Oh, what?
Weren't
What?
we going to look for an item first?
Oh, no, I don't.
Oh, what are you worried about?
I just thought I was going to cast some proprietary spells.
Oh,
I'll cast Mage Armor.
Okay. You cast mage armor. That's fine.
Uh,
I was thinking about oscillating, but I can do that in the combat.
Go ahead and cast mage armor on yourself. Anyone else want any last minute spells?
Yes, I do.
I will do, I guess, what's the defensive shock? So,
Okay.
instead of doing shield, which normally is Gigarian, Galugia's symbol appears and then kind of plasters onto their body, and they have kind of this glowy, multicolor effect from it.
Nice.
I'm gonna cast Iron Skin on myself, but it's gonna come out as amber looking. So Petravian now has just this sheen of amber all over his body, on the surface of his plate armor.
Nice.
It's hot.
Kurla will waggle their fingers through some intricate motions and then let out a long, quiet meow as they cast a spell.
Did Kurla just meow?
It was Cat's Grace, I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
No, actually.
Oh,
it was
even
No,
not.
better.
was it?
Nope.
What was it?
Oh.
We'll find out, won't we?
We will find
Yeah.
out.
You'll find out.
Cat's
Let's
face.
open that door.
My favorite spell.
All right. So after everyone has cast their initial buffs on themselves, Petravian, you reach forward, you grasp the knob ahead of you,
Oh.
you turn it, and that is where we're going to call it a day.
Oh,
What?
Thanks for listening. As always, special thanks to William Succi and Andreas Pichler for the intro and outro themes, and Emily Roll for Fantasy for this episode's soundtrack. Interested in following us on social media? Follow us on Twitter at CheckPleaseDND. Or want to support the podcast and be part of the Czech Republic? Go to our Patreon under the Czech Republic. Until next time.